All right. Today is Sunday, July 19th, 2026. And well, I spent like an hour, deciding on what to play, actually. I ultimately decided to just try this out. But like, because, initially I was gonna, try out maybe like, Beyond Citadel, I guess. No, well, not try out, rather just play it, because I just finished the prequel, I guess. Do you call it a prequel? By the way, I only learned recently, when you say prequel, that doesn't mean like, the thing that takes place before it, like, or rather, I mean, it is, but like, like a piece of media that was made before a sequel, I always thought that was what prequel meant, but rather prequel is actually a combination of sequel and pre. So it's like a sequel that takes place before the main piece of media or whatever it is. So I don't know what you call it. I don't know. Do you not call it prequels anymore? Because I feel like people use it anyway to say that, but like prequel means something else, I think. Well, let's see. Define. Let's ask Google. Let's just like AI overview. I don't trust that. I go to Wikipedia instead. Well, it just says like it's a dramatic cinematic work whose stories precedes that of a previous work. Yeah, it's like it's based off a previous work in a way. I don't know. I've always thought prequel was just the antonym, the opposite of sequel is what I've always thought. But apparently prequel doesn't mean that. Prequel specifically means something that's based on a previous work. So then what do you call like something that's like before, Like what do you call it? Like a literary, dramatic, or cinematic work that is simply before a sequel? Well, I don't know. I guess the original? I guess you just call it original. Anyway, all I want to say is that I played the original of The Citadel. I liked it overall. A little buggy and like... Well, not buggy. I'm not the right word. I mean, it is a little buggy. I think it crashed like one time, actually. But, like a little bit samey, I guess, for the most part, right? All the stages are kind of the same and like a little bit underbaked, I felt like. But still fun overall. The core concept, of just like running around like an anime girl, shooting with guns. I don't know. That appeals to me. So I don't know. I liked it overall. Of course, the bosses. I didn't love the bosses. But anyway, and the platforming. Anyway, I liked it overall though. So I did want to play the sequel. I bought it as a bundle, so I might as well like play it, right? But I'm like, today I want to do something else, because I just want to mix it up a little bit, because I felt like I've been playing like the RPG that I played yesterday as well. I'll play something a little bit more, just something shorter, I guess, right? That doesn't take like multiple streams. So I'll definitely come back to this maybe next week. But I want to play something else, and I look for like games I want to play. Like I looked through itch.io, but like I don't know, I just couldn't find anything I wanted to play. There's like a ton of visual novel. Like itch.io, I feel like has a ton of visual novels, which is fine. But I just wasn't in the mood to play a visual novel, I guess. I don't know. Also, freaking this. Every time I open itch.io, Deathloop and Twilight Observer are both made by the same developer, by the way, for some reason using a proxy studio to advertise their game, and they're both AI slop. Like they're like the original AI slop, and they also steal assets. Why is this still on the front page? I reported both of them, I think. Well, at least Deathloop. I think I reported Deathloop, but nope, it's still here. And I'm pretty sure it's botted too, like a bunch of like fake comments. I don't know, why is it still there? I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know. I just didn't feel like playing anything. I mean, there's one game that looked interesting, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to play it. But like, Sinner Maker, it's kind of like a, if you're familiar with Tomodachi Life or like Mii's, like Nintendo, or like The Sims, I guess, that kind of thing. Looked interesting. It's kind of interesting twists on like The Sims, but like. How like a lot of like the Sims type games like Animal Crossing and like whatever, you make your own characters, but they often are like very family friendly. They're like you make little characters, and sometimes content creators use it to like make like crazy moments or whatever, but like it's kind of limited by the engine because it's meant to be like family friendly. Like nothing that crazy happens, and so this game is kind of like, well, actually, it's a little bit more edgy, I guess. Apparently it's on Steam. as well. But it's like early access, you know, and like, well, I mean, either way, I wanted to at least try the demo. But something about controversial about this game is that apparently it makes fun of religion, right? And like some people don't like that, I guess. But I don't know. I wanted to try it out. The only thing is, I don't know if I would do anything creative with it, right? The whole point of like character creator type games is to like, you know, especially if you're freaking a YouTuber or whatever, you're supposed to like make funny characters. You make Shrek and SpongeBob or something. I don't know. But like, I don't know. I couldn't think of anything like interesting to do with this at the time. Even the little trailer shows like freaking like Walter White, I guess. You make Walter White. I don't know. Maybe at some point. Maybe when the game is actually finished. I don't know. Oh, hello, Hakeem, by the way. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out like what games to play. You know, I was gonna start like an hour earlier, but like I couldn't decide. I don't know. And then finally I was thinking, oh yeah, this game, you know, like Scumhead, right? Scumhead, you know, that person that like has like really weird games, by the way. I think their website is Goresoft, you know. has a bit of a vibe to their works that I kind of like, actually. Maybe I'll go back to try out their other games, because before a lot of their games are actually boomer shooters, and like I was like, you know, boomer shooters are not really my favorite. But ever since I played the Citadel, I was like, oh, you know what, maybe I should try them out, you know, maybe like I should give it a chance, even though I don't love boomer shooters. So much ads block. Any ads on the website? You don't imagine there would be. Anyway, it's funny because I ultimately decided like, oh, you know what, I'll play this. You know, I haven't bought it though, actually. I don't have the full version. There's a reason for that. One, it's expensive. It's like, well, 1750 euros. I think it's about $25 Canadian. So like, it's kind of expensive for what it is. And I don't think it's like that long. It's only like, as far as I can tell, like a few hours. I mean, I look at the reviews, you know, 9 hours, 5 hours. And this person is 16 hours. I don't know how long the game is. But, I don't know. It doesn't seem that long. So, like, I'd rather wait for it to go on sale. However, there's a demo. So, I at least want to try out the demo. So that's what I'll do today. And I don't know how long it will take. Probably, like, you know, if it's too short, I'll just do something else, I guess. Sure. But yeah, I want to try it out though, because it's kind of like a shooter type game. You shoot things, but it's also weird, you know, and like apparently it's Souls-like, right? Because the reason why I found out about this game in the first place, and this is a while ago, because I knew about this game for a while, was I was searching for the Souls-like tag, right? I always search for the Souls-like tag on Steam. You know, I don't know, I like Souls games. I like Dark Souls. You know, I don't like this page. I'd rather search it like here. For some reason, I don't know, it's preferred this way. Dark Souls. I was looking through release date, you know. I often look at release date and stuff like that. The issue is that a lot of games, for one, are like bad, you know, and also people abuse the tags on Steam. They call things Souls-like when then it's not really Souls-like at all. Like, what is this? You know, why is this a Souls? I mean, I guess it is, even though it's like not negative reviews. It's probably just bad. Again, it's not very like specifically defined genre. I feel like people have different ideas what a Souls-like is. I remember this freaking Souls-like subreddit that I should really just unfollow. Like, people argue all the time on that Reddit or subreddit about what is a Souls-like, and they're like, oh, you know, it's the checkpoint system. Oh no, it's when you drink Estus. You know, oh no, it's like when you walk around. You know, it has a interlocking map design. It's no, it's like these like random, you know, esoteric things about Souls games, and I'm like, no, to me a Souls-like, it's the fucking feeling of Dark Souls 1 when you first play it, and then, you know, you try to kill a guy and then you can't because you can't mash the button, you know, basically, and it fucking kills you, and it's like, oh, okay, you gotta slow down and actually like think about the moves that you're doing. There's consequences to your actions. That's the biggest theme, I guess, for me anyway, for like a Dark Souls game. Anyway, but yeah, that's how I found out about this game. I actually played other games by this developer, actually. I think, well, on stream only one other one. It's not here. I think it's Loplight. right? Oh no, yeah, no, it is here actually. Never mind. I didn't recognize it. But Loplight, I played this game. I don't know, I just felt like playing it, I guess, one time. Because you play as a bunny girl, you know, you shoot guns. It's funny though, I mean, two things about this game. For one, I played it wrong somehow the first time because my controller wasn't working, you know? I even left like a... Yeah, I even left like a thing here. Like, because it was going through Steam input. So, Steam input was, I guess, I don't know what the word is, but like overriding, I guess, the controller detection system in this game. So the way you're supposed to play is like a twin stick shooter, right? It's even tagged as twin stick shooter. I was really confused the first time I played it because I couldn't play as a twin stick shooter. I couldn't use both sticks actually. I had to only aim in the direction that I was facing at, like a lot of like really old retro games, you know? Kind of like well, I guess not exactly. I was gonna say that kind of like Contra, was it? Was it Contra? You know, that game? Was on the NES. Yeah, this game. You had to like face the way you're shooting, you know? You can't like aim. But I think in this game you can kind of aim. You can like crouch down, I think, and aim up. I don't know, anyway. But either way, it was kind of a but I finished the game, I think, the whole the wrong way, by the way. And then I learned later, after I finished, that actually you have to disable the Steam input and then it works properly. Okay, you know, so I just played it wrong the first time. Which is a shame because that's kind of like my only playthrough, really. So like, I feel like I could have enjoyed the game much better if I could have just played it normally. Oh well, I did it hard, like on hard mode, you know, quote unquote. But I did like a challenge run, you know, like accidentally. But second thing about this game, I actually had to go through my video, or I think, yeah, I even went to the game textures even, and had to censor it, you know, because there's too much nipples in this game. There's like boobs, you know, and it's like, yeah, weird like monster girls or whatever, but like, I don't know, it's still tits, I guess, and I wanted to censor it. You know, it's funny because gamers are usually like, oh, I want to uncensor, I want a nude mod, you know, or whatever. I'm like the opposite. I need like the hide the boobies mod because I don't want to get banned, basically. And I don't want to get my videos get tagged as like adult only or whatever, though I think I manually made it adult only anyway. You know why? Well, actually there's a third reason. There's like a third thing about this game, is that there's like a scene, like you talk to like an NPC, and I didn't really get it the first time, so like that's kind of awkward. But like it like fades to black and then like the main character moans or something. I was like, at first I was like, I didn't know what those sounds were, but turns out they were supposed to like really compressed, you know, like video game, you imagine like, you know, video game like voice effects, I guess, you know, or it's like, it's just chips, I guess, or what do you call them, like, you know, I won't say chip tune, but that's just music, but you know, it's like not actual voice acting, but like the voice chips, I guess, or the sound chips, you know, emulating like a voice. But anyway, it's supposed to be moaning, and I guess it's implied that you have sex, you know, it's like you have lesbian, you know, sex, or lesbian lex, I guess, with like an NPC in this game, and it wasn't clear to me the first time. So I think that's another reason why I like put like a thing on the video where like, oh, it's, you know, you can't watch it if you're under 18, basically. It kind of sucks though, because like when you do that, that means if you're, because it's a double punishment, right? Because I don't mind the age restriction on like a video necessarily, like I actually would prefer age restriction in concept, but the problem is that in that case you have to like log in, you know, so people who don't have YouTube accounts, just, you know, random viewers, can't just like watch your video, right? And a lot of people are just logged out of their YouTube account or don't have one. You know, I don't know, it just like makes the video less likely to be seen, I guess, you know, or like less public and hard to search for, you know. Kind of reminds me, did the UK, what was it, the UK or something, or Europe, UK, age restriction, like websites or whatever, can't remember. Something about like a new thing about like adding age verification on like social media, right? Let's go to the government. Let's go to the government website of the United Kingdom. Something about like anyone will ban social media for under 16. Anything about live streaming, you know, whatever. I don't know. But of course, the question is like, how are they going to enforce that? It's going to be the same thing as, you know, YouTube age restrictions. They're going to have to verify their like age, you know. So at the end of the day, like it's just inconvenient. I feel like, I don't know. Anyway, But they made other games. Haven't really checked them out. I'm trying to check out this game because it looked interesting. Again, it's like some kind of Souls-like shooter game, but apparently it's non-linear, so there's a bit of an exploration aspect to it, I guess. I guess we'll see. I don't know how much of it is in the demo. I swear there was like a demo on Steam before. I could be wrong, but the way I'm playing the demo right now is actually through itch.io. Because there's a itch.io version as well, which is basically just the demo. So that's how I download the game. Hopefully it works, by the way. I haven't actually opened it. But anyway. I actually also played this one, actually. Brandon. I played this off screen. I actually didn't play this on screen. Because I want to check it out first to see if it's any good. And it was like, it's okay. For some reason there's like a cute little limbless worm girl, I don't know, there's a cute little limbless worm girl that is your partner, I guess. I guess she has limbs. Well, I don't know what you call it. She's some kind of creature. I'm not sure. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like you have more nostalgia for this if you play Final Fantasy 6 or something, right? It's at least one of the older Final Fantasies. Which, I mean, I never really played most of the Final Fantasies, really. Did I ever touch, any of the main series of Final Fantasy? I don't think so. Also, this is a weird one. This is not the classic one. This is a weird remake. I swear, yeah, they also made remakes, but, they made the sprites look very, shitty, it doesn't look good. Original Final Fantasy 6. I swear, because the original Final Fantasy 6, looks, I don't know, more serious. And then they made, a remake, but then the remake, they look like freaking, cartoon characters, or Disney characters or something. I don't know. And not in a good way either. Not in the Amazing Digital Circus. Amazing Digital Circus is also, I guess, cartoony, but I don't know. It's better designed. I'm not sure, but anyway, I imagine it's kind of like Final Fantasy 6, right? The way it looks and everything, and RPG aspects. This is a kind of more like an RPG. It was alright. I couldn't really finish it. I couldn't get into it. I don't know. Something about it just didn't really appeal to me. I didn't have that nostalgia, I guess, that I feel like you would have if you like the older Final Fantasy games. I'm more of a Final Fantasy Tactics person. I like Final Fantasy Tactics. And what's the other game? Knights of Lotus, I think? That was a GBA game, I think. That was a different thing. That's another different tactics game. But it looks very similar to Final Fantasy Tactics on the GBA, which I didn't like that much either because it was more the story was less engaging. What was it, Knights of Lotus? Was it this one? I think I played this one, yeah, as well. This is Tactics Ogre. It's kind of a spin-off game. The graphics look very Final Fantasy Tactics. Final Fantasy Tactics again, what was it called? Advanced. But I really like this one. Because it's Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced, but the story is actually very similar to, the original Final Fantasy Tactics, where it's a medieval fantasy drama, I want that. I don't want this weird isekai. Because anyway, I'm going on a lot of tangents today. Everything reminds me of something else, and I go on a different tangent. But Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced, I tried playing this one. I like the original one. I like the Final Fantasy Tactics, FF Tactics, the original on the PlayStation 1, I think. Was it PlayStation 1 or 2? I can't remember, but then there's also Final Fantasy Tactics Advance for the Game Boy Advance, and I didn't like it as much because it had the same mechanics and had more stuff and everything, more classes, but it wasn't as good because you play as a freaking kid, and then you get isekai. Literally, you get isekai. There's a snowball fight that's a tutorial, and then you get sucked into a book, and then you get isekai. It's the I don't know, what's that movie? I think it's also a book, Narnia, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, it was kind of like that. It was I don't know, I couldn't get into it. I want medieval fantasy drama. Or real things are at stake, not oh, I got transported to a different world, I don't want Digimon. I want I want to say Game of Thrones, but I never actually watched Game of Thrones, but actual stakes, it takes place in the world, and there's no transport into a different world. This is just the world. I want Dark Souls, essentially, Anyway, I don't know how I got into that tangent. I think it was Final Fantasy 6 and everything. And yeah, I don't know, I just couldn't get into it. I don't know. I mean, it was kind of interesting. Like there was like people dying, you know. It's a free game too. Like you walk around, there's like people being oppressed, I guess, at one time, and then there's the empire, and they go around like going freaking executing people. It's like, oh, you know, kind of dark. I don't know. I just fell out of it for some reason. I don't know why. I think it's just because of the RPG aspects. I just couldn't get into like the turn-based RPG. I think turn-based RPGs in general, I feel like they're not the worst. It's just like if there's nothing interesting about it, there's no interesting mechanic about it, then it's kind of like, oh, you know, every other RPG ever, you know. And it's like it just was, I won't say boring, but like samey, I guess, right? There wasn't anything interesting of the actual RPG mechanics that kept me engaged. So I feel like another RPG would be like Fear and Hunger, right? Fear and Hunger, I think, even though it was like an RPG, like definitely like literally made an RPG maker. Interesting screenshot there. Don't worry about this part. Fear and Hunger, you know, I felt like even though it was just a typical turn-based RPG, it had like interesting like survival mechanics that made the RPG aspect a little bit more, I guess, dangerous, you know. Like even though it's like, oh, typical just attack or like use magic or whatever, you actually had to like pay attention, you know. Again, your choices have consequences, that kind of thing, which reminds you, it's like Souls-likes, I guess, you know. So even though it's like similar, like it's just a typical like, oh, you know, turn-based, you take your turn and then the enemy takes their turn. A lot of Fear Hunger you often just get hit once and then you fucking die, you know, basically. And that's what compounds into like an interesting like RPG. This one I felt like was just like very just normal RPG, so that's what I didn't like about it, I guess. I don't know, I don't remember though, I could be wrong. Maybe there are other aspects, but anyway. Yeah, there's other games too. A lot of the other games are like just shooters though. That's why I never try them out. Maybe I should though. I don't know. These little shooters. Pew pew pew. Maybe if I have time. Anyway, that's a lot of yapping just to reminisce about the games I played from this developer, which is like 2. But like, I guess we'll try out this game, you know, and see what it's like. It sounds like something I would like. Again, the only issue though is that did I mention it? Yeah, I mentioned how much it costs. It costs a lot of money, and also I think apparently it's very buggy. Right? I mean, according to this, at least Jones, you know, Jones, after playing 6 hours, actually 2 hours, actually 2.5 hours during review time, is that the full release is full of bugs. Actually, apparently there's like a lot of bugs, supposedly, you know. So I don't know what's going on there. I actually did some research. Apparently, you look here and it's like posted October 2025. Like there's some like things they're taking into account since last year, but I don't know if they updated to fix all those. I can't speak. Fix all those glitches. I wonder. Let's look at the last post, maybe. I don't know. Just more people posting bugs, I guess. So yeah, that's why I'm like hesitant to actually get the full game. But besides the price, is that I don't know if it's like a bug-free experience. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's try out this game though. I'm just gonna play the demo. And now I see a bunch of script errors. What is this? I tried to open it up, it's like script error. Now, I will kind of suck if I can't play the game. That happened before, you know? I was just like so ready to play the video game, and then it just didn't work, you know? And then it just didn't work. Looks like it's working now, though. Let me see if we go like that. Okay. Okay, well, it seems to be working. A cool horse. Again, I don't know how to describe... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to Alt-Tab. Oh, Right? That's not very capturing very well, actually. Display capture is freaking out, actually. Hold on. I just want to, like, alt tabs and pause my music. My YouTube public free music. Is it working? Not really. Is there like display options? I could do this, but like that's not helpful. I rather have window full screen, you know? Okay, well, let's just use game capture then in that case. Capture a specific window. Mohrta. Is it Mohrta? Makes me think of Mortis. Okay, there you go. I think hopefully it's working. I don't know. FOV 9D. A lot of options actually. What the heck? Full options menu. It's too much. You know, this is too much. Okay, sounds okay. Okay. You know, it's like an animation that appears in the beginning, but I kind of missed it because I was trying to capture the game. Anyway, I was gonna say, like, you know, you have like this weird mechanical horse, and you have like full plate armor and everything. They also use guns. It's like, I don't know what kind of setting this game would be called. I guess in terms of like the genre, steampunk maybe a little bit. I just default to that. You know, like anything punk. Like steampunk, I would default, even though, like, even if it doesn't have any steam, you know, but like anything that involves like medieval, but also guns, I default to like steampunk. Like it's like guns, like how do you say, like machines, basically, like machines and technology, but also you still ride a horse, you know, basically, is how I kind of like think of steampunk. I don't know what you call it exactly though. I don't know. But let's see. I also want to add like a little timestamp as well. What time is this? It's 29:06. Mohrta demo. Okay. What was I going to mention as well? Oh yeah, I was going to mention the title as well. I called it like Dark Souls, but it's a first-person shooter. I mean, I was kind of lazy with the title. I couldn't think of a good title, basically. And I was going to say like Dark Souls with guns initially, but then Dark Souls with guns, well, that's just Bloodborne, right? Technically. I mean, even though like in Bloodborne, you know, I mean, you have guns, but like it's not your main weapon usually, right? Like you use it to like do like a visceral attack or whatever. What little I played anyway. I literally played, you know, I actually literally streamed Bloodborne a little bit, like on the how do you say, the emulator, which is totally legal if you have a legit copy. So don't worry about it. But I don't know. I didn't continue my playthrough because it was still kind of glitchy. The graphics was still glitchy, and like I couldn't like run it like a very good speed. I don't know if it gets better, especially with the computer that I have. It's like I've kind of upgraded my computer as much as I could. I guess I could upgrade the CPU. I kind of want to upgrade the CPU though, because again, computer parts are expensive these days. And also, the last time I tried to like take out my CPU, I broke it basically because it got stuck into the freaking thermal paste. And like it bent the pins, you know. Like I couldn't take it out, so I just don't want to take it out anymore. You know, I got a replacement and everything. Anyway. Let's just play this game. Venture into the strange? Yes. Whee! Bereft of respite. A Hayward slumber is haunted by strange. Even in sleep the Hayward hone their craft of war. A quote from some random thing, which reminds me of Call of Duty. You know, when in one of the Call of Duty games, when you die, there's like some random inspirational quote from like a soldier or something. WSD ENO? Toggle? Okay. For additional tutorials, read the signs posters without this ethereal training ground. Amazing. Toggle? I guess you can toggle walking if you wanted to. I don't know why you ever would. Most first-person shooters, you would just default to run. I feel like at some point, I don't know, I can't remember. There's probably some kind of FPS where like it wasn't the default for the longest time, and then everybody just decided like, yeah, actually just run. Just everybody just run all the time. If you really want to walk, you can toggle it or like hold like Alt or something. I gotta say, animations, at least for this sword swinging, is not exactly the highest quality. You know, I don't know, the way it looks, it just looks, I mean, it's fast, it just feels, I don't know, I guess it reminds, you know, even, again, I'm such a LARPer, because there's so many games I haven't really played, but like in Half-Life, you know, where you have like a crowbar, and then you're just swinging it, you know? It feels like that. Like, boop, 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 boop. It looks kind of silly, I don't know. What's this, interact? Press spacebar to jump, whoa! Amazing. Crazy, who would have thought to do that? Attack with the left mouse button. Okay. How do I like... Press R and switch. Enemies will drop mana, expend mana onto use special abilities. I was gonna say, how do I like go to the next dialogue box? I was clicking, it didn't work. And I pressed E, it didn't really work immediately, unless there's like a delay. Not sure. Hello. Weird creature. Switch weapons. Oh, I have a gun that has no bullets though. Oh wait, no, it does. It does have bullets. Wait a minute. I didn't realize. It said 0, so I thought it was 0. But actually, I do have guns. Or I do have bullets. Anyway, boop. Ow! What? I didn't know you could like shoot flames. Stop it. I eat your flames. How many times can I do this? Also, why is it a M1 Garand ping? You know, like it's the M1 Garand like clip ping. You know, that's not correct. Why does it sound like that? You can't do that. That's for the M1 Garand only. You know, in World War II. Which reminds me, actually, I think I mentioned one time. Well, you know, the things I say sometimes I feel like are just wrong. You know, because I just remember it wrong, or like I just am wrong, I guess. But like I think I said one time that the M1 Garand you can't reload it. I swear, like I think I said this sometime, and I was like thinking about it. You know, I was like, I said something about along the lines of like you can't reload the M1 Garand unless you empty the clip, which is not true actually. You can. I literally looked it up, and it's like actually you can like click. There's like a little thing you press, and then it pushes out the clip, and then you can put in a new clip. And you can also like load in more bullets if it's like partially unloaded. You know, you shoot a few bullets, but it's not like completely empty. You can actually put more bullets inside through the clip. It's just not like common because it's like a little bit inconvenient to do. You gotta like pull the slide, and then you gotta like hold it, and then you gotta put the bullets in, and you don't do it properly, it kind of hits your thumb, and then that's why it's called Garand thumb, right? Because it's like it's kind of like hard to push it into the internal magazine. But anyway, this is like a small thing. I'm reminded of that because I swear I saw like a social media post about someone complaining how like the Garand was like, the M1 Garand was like implemented into like a video game, and then I was like, I'm like, what? You know, I was like, I don't know, I was just thinking about it. And like how someone just made like a big deal of how like this like sci-fi fantasy game, you know, implemented like a M1 Garand, but like it's not really, but then they're like, oh, you know, why is there like, why they do this and why they do that, you know, I don't know, anyway. But you know what? You gotta make the gun mechanics realistic though. It's more immersive that way. So it's true. It's just that in the social media posts, it just seemed like they were, you know, like complaining about such a small thing. Some areas are too dark to see. Summon your lantern beast. Okay. Dismiss it with a Z. Go, lantern beast. Now turn off. Now turn on. Now turn off. Now turn on. Now turn off. Now turn on. Okay, no, I don't know. That kind of reminds me of the Flintstones, you know? In the Flintstones, they had like creatures. that would emulate modern technology. Also, why is it like that? That's kind of weird. Why is it like that? I feel like that's a kind of a glitch, or maybe it's just the world. I don't know. Sword. Eh, 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 eh. To do a special attack, press the right mouse button. Each weapon has a special attack, and each special attack has a certain mana cost. Well, what's the mana cost? I don't know. You don't tell me. If you're out of mana, you can restore with the mana gourd. Press Q. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I can just do that. I can throw my sword. Crazy. Press shift to dodge. You have iframes when you do it. Okay. Any limits to doing this? I guess it's just a cooldown. Can't seem to spam it. Okay. It's high noon, you know? Literally fanning the revolver. Chests contain valuables. To open, press E. Wow. Crazy. Who would have thought? You know, I kind of wish these signs were, you know, in Dark Souls, you know, like there is a kind of like a tutorial message things on the ground, you know? I don't know, maybe they do say it like that. It's just, you know, I mean, it's a video game thing, you know, to like, oh, press E to do this, press F to pay respects, you know? But I kind of like games where like like where it's a little bit more immersive and doesn't just straight up say like press E to open chests, you know? I feel like it should just be like, you just intuitive, I guess, but I don't know. Anyway. It turns off. The lighting is weird. Like, it feels weird. I don't know. Yeah, it's good. Like, look at this lighting. Like, it doesn't feel right. Like, sometimes it's dark for no reason. It doesn't seem to flow correctly. We'll just turn it off. Pilgrim Stones. Save progress. They also restore resources. Great. Can I take a quick drink real quick? It's kind of like my heart somehow? No, no, just direct. It's like, is it just injected into my body? Voodoo. And a gourd. Oh yeah? Like, just infinitely just do this all day. No, exiting meditation. Godspeed, Hayward. You know, in Dark Souls, you always gotta do like a thing. You're chosen undead. You're the tarnished one. You know, the ashen one. You know, there's always some kind of title. What was the second? Like Dark Souls 2, what were you called? I don't know if you don't remember. Some like Soul Seeker or something? I don't remember. Anyway. Hayward. Generation, I can't read Roman numerals. What is that? 7? I want to say 7. Project Living Dead. Serial number 81363-7. Date of retrieval 7/3/1863. Is this in day, month, year? Or is it day, month, year, month, day, year? I don't know. Note. I can't say that word for some reason. High synchronicity with strange, capital S. Prime candidate for divine century. Assigned to Gen 1 case, Avlon. Mission description. Assignment date 10/28/1865. Okay, so it's like month, I'm assuming month, day, year. So it's like 3 months later, right? So it said 7, right? Anyway. Avlon. Hayward. Generation 1. Site of last known location. A mining village in northern Arasuna Kazononda? Also, I can't read the font. Is that like a K or an H? I don't know. Return Avalon to the extraction site by the date 10/31/1865. Ah yes, Halloween? The location of the extraction site is noted in the document provided by your supervisor. Well, it's October the 31st. That's Halloween, right? Or am I wrong? I don't remember actually. Use of lethal force is authorized. Use of paranormal apparatus is authorized. Exercise extreme caution when confronting Avalon. Minimize injuries to civilians or infrastructure. Mission subject may be terminated if need be. Attempt capture where possible. How do I capture it? You know, do you have a Pokeball? Equipment provided. I got a standard issue Hayward blade, standard issue Hayward firearm, and a mana gourd. Bottomless bag. And an organic land beast van. Is it van? Or I thought it was Zan. Or is it Z to press? Anyway, I guess van. Horsefly C72-D. Begin mission. My horse. The last, was it horsefly? I said horsefly. I guess this is a horsefly. Making my way. Making my way downtown. What was it? That's the song. Weird texture warping, which is very PlayStation. Though I don't really see it, like I don't see it like in the gameplay. I just saw it in the cutscene though. I don't know. Is there like is there an option for that? Like the enable texture warping? I don't know. I don't really see it. I don't want to mess with it. Just leave default. I don't want to break anything, you know? Is this anything? Ah, yes, the sounds of nature. Is that like a chicken? Why? I think it's a chicken, right? Bok, 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 bok. Ah, yes, dogs. Well, I'm gonna shoot you. Weird music, by the way. Of course I want to melee. You know, I mean, is there a reason to just melee instead of shooting? I don't know. Also, we started with 2 bullets for some reason. Actually, no. Oh, I forgot, because we were shooting the dogs. Duh. I don't know, I just have Alzheimer's, I guess. By the way, how do you pronounce Alzheimer's? Is it Alzheimer's? Because when people say Alzheimer's, I hear... Well, I mean, I'm saying right now, but like, you know, all-timers, like all-timers, you know? But then there's a Z, so technically it's like all-zimers? Is it all-zimers or all-timers? I don't know which one it is, because it sounds like, when people say it, it just sounds like all-timers. Which is it? Or is it both? You have to say like all-the-timers? Oh, checkpoint. Also, dead guy? Yeah, can I crouch? I guess you can't really crouch. Weird sword. Why is it like curved like that? Or not curved, but what do you call it? Like, I don't know, rolled up rather. It's like a you know, the candy. What do you call it? Fruit Loop? Well, I'll say Fruit Loops. No, that's cereal. What do you call that? What do you call the freaking loop thing? Like there's a looped candy thing. It's like a shield. It looks like. Again, the lighting is weird. I feel that the lighting is not working correctly. Who are you? Who are you, buddy? What are you doing? Your aim sucks. Ow. Never mind. Die. Oh, you look like a turkey. Well, I mean, obviously... I mean, I imagine everything in this world is like its own thing. You know, it's like a weird turkey thing, but not really a turkey. Even though they're using a stock sound effect for like a turkey. Kind of sucks when you kill the guy, you don't get like the thing, you know? I won't get my mana back, but I can't. Oop. No, stop it. No. Also, why they sound like sheep or goats, I guess. Well, the sheep and goats sound kind of similar to me. They die when they die. They made like a goat sound. But what's up, Brute? Dying Kozanda guard. The bandits. They destroyed our village. They came for our dynamite. Said they were hungry. I thought we were safe from the strange. Help us, Hayward. Kill them. That smell. Is it going to rain? What does that mean? I don't know. Well, your problem is that your sword doesn't work. You know, your sword looks incorrect. It should not be bent like that. That's your problem. Stop it. You know, it seems like, yeah, it's like a boomer shooter in the sense that your bullets kind of like... I'll say auto-aim. It's not really auto-aim, but like, you know... It's just very easy to shoot at enemies because you just kind of aim in their general direction at the center of the screen, you know? Unlike a lot of like modern first-person shooters. Where there's like a cursor, I guess. Or, well, not a cursor, a crosshair, rather. Anyway, they burn a lot of people. Imagine... You know, imagine the smell. It'd be horrible. Also, who's shooting at me? There should be another person shooting at me. I don't know. Oh, can I go up? I don't seem to go up. Anyway, graphics so far definitely, you know, reminiscent of like PlayStation. You know, it's one of those indie games where it's like, it's kind of like the PlayStation, but not really. Because it's just a reimagining of what the PlayStation looked like. Because the real PlayStation graphics, much more blurrier than this. You know, like, I gotta say. Oh, cutscene. Like everything's a smudge, you know, in like original PlayStation hardware. Oh, what the heck? Well, I remember seeing this weird doll thing in the screenshot, actually. I was wondering what it was. I didn't know it was like a living thing. You found the healing doll! Press F. Okay. The heal. The amount of uses the doll's healing ability has is tracked by the buttons above the health bar. It looks like they only have one, though. Like one healing, I guess? A lot of dead guards. What is this? No, I mean, it's very cowboy. Like a Western movie. Like, there's like a bunch of cactus or cacti. Is it cactus or cacti? Which is plural? Again, someone's still shooting at me. I don't know where they are. I can't see them. They can see me though, apparently. They have aimbot. Yeah, up there maybe? I was gonna say the healing doll, you know, I think it's also the icon for the exe file. It's kind of like a mascot. No. I don't know, I just felt like using my sword. I wish the sword was a little bit more... I don't know. I can't speak. I wish the sword was a little bit more weighty, I guess. You know, I wish I had more impact to it, you know? Because when you swing it like this, it just feels like a freaking cosplay paper sword, you know? Like, it's way too fast. I wish it was more like, boom, 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 you know? Like, I don't know, a little more impact to it. Instead, it's like, meh, 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 you know? I don't know. I mean, maybe you get more weapons later. That are kind of more like that, but I don't know, the way it looks really cool. It's just, the way it swings though, I don't know. It doesn't feel as satisfying when you slice off the heads of your enemies. Okay? I guess you can break pots for fun. You know, the game really, I feel like the game is, how do you say? The game is encouraging you to really use your mana, which I haven't really been doing. Dogs. Again, I cannot not think, or I can't speak. I don't know. It's like a double negative. But, you know, I can't not think of the M1 Garand every time this revolver reloads. Like, what do you mean? Why is it the M1 Garand like ping sound? Like, you can't do that. It belongs to the M1 Garand. You know? Also, kind of an interesting reload as well. I mean, it seems like we're hitting the bullets, hopefully. But like, we just push the revolving chamber, or what do you call it? I'm not sure what you call it actually, but you know, the revolving thing. You just kind of push it out and put a new one in, you know? Are there other like revolvers that do that? Because a lot of revolvers don't do that actually. Like in real life anyway. In real life, you kind of like open it and then you put more bullets in. You don't just replace the whole thing, you know? But I guess we just have a lot of bullets. We can just do that, I guess. Oh. Oh, that's crazy. You take a full, like... You get a full-ass, onslaught, and you're still alive? Any mana. I reload anyway, even though I don't need to. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, well, that was a lot of enemies. I think it's time to maybe heal. How do I heal again? F? Ah yes, I squished my plushie, and now I feel better. Ow! What the heck? Stop it. We're too far away. I also gotta remember that when I reload my gun, there's no, like, I guess, chambering of like a bullet, I guess. I don't know, I'm so used to like a lot of guns, when you reload, you go like, you take out the magazine, you put it back in, and it, you know, you're like, you do some kind of like chambering thing. But like, I guess, you know, for like a revolver, you would like pull back the hammer or something, you know? But I guess, I mean, I imagine this is a double action. So like, in a double action revolver, you don't actually need to pull back the hammer. But anyway. What's the feeling about the sensitivity? I mean, sensitivity is okay. Vertical sensitivity? That's weird. Why is it vertical different from horizontal? That's strange to me. I don't know, it feels okay. Interesting. You can do like your special, even though you're out of bullets. Well, when you're like at least one bullet anyway, it seems like. Like you have one bullet in chamber, you can still do like a bunch of shots. You know, how's that work? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, come on, still got hit. Any extra mana anywhere else? I know the pots give you mana. Any other destructible objects in the environment? I mean, there are these animals, but like, I don't know. This seems kind of cruel to just kill them for nothing. I do need mana. I wonder if they drop mana if I murder them. No, actually, here. Oh, come on. There you go. Weird hitbox. Am I going backwards? I'm confused, actually. Wait, which way is forward? I go down. Wait, where did I come from? I don't know. Well, these are explosives, I'm assuming. Hold on. I don't know if I need to go there, or... Because there's a way up as well. Oh, there's a chest. I found a piece of strange ore. Whatever that does. I don't know. Let me just go all the way back up. Because I saw there was a way up there too. Are you alive? You're not alive, right? You're dead. Okay. Are you alive? Huh? Anything I can interact with? Sometimes it's not clear if I can interact with something, actually. Strange ore. Okay, it was just for that, I guess. Imagine the ore is some kind of currency, maybe. Probably for upgrades. Oh, oh yeah, I've noticed you can't really dash in the air. You can't air dash. Seems like. I'll have to walk all the way back. Some kind of mining operation, it seems like. This village. Village or town, whatever you call it. Doo-doo. Oh yeah, that reminds me, we have the mana gourd. How do you use the mana gourd again? Is it Q, I think? I forgot about that. When I was low on mana, I could have used the mana gourd. But at the same time, though, if you use the mana gourd, you can't refill it, right? So, I'm not sure. I feel like I don't know when I want to use it, then. I feel like only maybe in like a boss fight, maybe. Because otherwise, I'd rather scavenge around. Oh. I'd rather scavenge around for, like, instead. Nothing here? This is a dead end. Hello? Really? I missed all of it. Try that again. Imagine these barrels explode, but I haven't really found any use for them yet. They're not close to enemies. Oh, come on. They disappear before we get the mana. Sigh. Press the wrong button. Press control to dodge. I want to use explosive barrels, but like they're in like awkward spot. Who are you? Anything new? No. my light not on? I thought it was on. Maybe turn it off when I went in the water. Okay, got the key. I think there was a locked door earlier, right? Yeah, my thing turns off when I go underwater. Not weird. I don't know if that's intentional. Where was it? I already forgot. Oh, over here. I turned off again. Stop turning off. Also, I kind of wish I could lean, you know, in like in the Citadel. 2 and E. Oh. I'm getting hit too much. Ah, boom! That's a funny looking explosion effect. Nothing here though. I was hoping that it would like clear away or something. Maze. I don't know if I should go down that way because it feels like it's supposed to be the way to go. I think. We kind of want to look around a little bit more. Anything hidden around here? Doesn't seem like it. That's where I came from. I guess not. Can't really tell if there's anything hidden around here. I feel like I looked at all the paths already. Very spiky looking enemies. Is that just their armor or is it just part of their skin? I don't know. I heard something behind me. Romantic? You know, like, what do you mean? They found love in the battlefield? Snake, can love bloom on the battlefield? Okay. Can I take a mana though? Give me mana. I already have full mana, so it doesn't matter. Enemies over there. Yeah, can you like stop moving around in like a weird fashion? The pathing in this game is like the enemy pathing is kind of weird. Why do they walk like that? I assume it's because they're tracking to you, but like they don't go directly. They just go in a weird zigzag pattern. And because of the animation, you know, it just feels very sudden. You know, there's no like turning animation. They just suddenly face like a different angle every 2 like microseconds. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this all day. You know, I kind of wish there was like a freaking Counter-Strike, what was it, CSGO, like inspect animation. What if I want to inspect my gun real quick? Nothing else to do. Also, I'm lost again. Where am I? Oh, over here. Now I think there's, I feel like there's something hidden in this freaking maze, maybe. I don't know. Maybe? The card just ends there. And that's just the dead couple. I guess not? I don't know. Okay, whatever. I'm going in circles. Let's just continue. Damn it. Stop it. Oh, checkpoint. Oh, it does heal you. I was wondering if it heals you as well. I guess it does, so it works. Stop moving! I was gonna say, like, it kind of always, but not really, I guess. It still needs to be the center of your screen, otherwise you miss. Is that the enemy? As I slowly get pushed by the current? Or, you know, not the enemy. I mean, it is an enemy, but rather, the boss, rather. The Avalon, as mentioned in the mission briefing. Maybe not? Oh, actually, it's just a bandit warlord. Huh. They have a big belly. Can you stop? No? Can we talk about this? No? That's not. Don't barf at me. What is that? It was a bomb, I think. They freaking like throw a freaking TNT at you. Oh. I don't know, I just want to melee him, because screw you. I move. Greater strange entity defeated. What's the button? Yeah, let me squish my plushie real quick. Oh, yes. Not dead people. They're dead. What is he doing to them? I don't know. I was thinking they were eating them? Are they cannibalistic? I'm not sure. Just pile on those corpses just for fun. Okay. Suddenly we're here now. The Metro Nexus. Whatever that means. A lot of people walking around. It feels like a city. You know? What's going on? Why are we here? I see boobs. Can I talk to you? Oh. Is it... Okay, some kind of weird line thing where you can talk to them, but... Also, my freaking, you know, my first person hands can still switch between weapons for some reason. What does this prey want? If you must intrude upon my territory, then perhaps I can offer you a business proposition. The product I produce here requires a very specific ingredient, crystallized mana. You will bring me this and shall be rewarded. Okay. Mana upgrade. I don't have that, I'm assuming, though, so... Why are you Jabba the Hutt, basically? Are those nipples covered? I can't tell from the retro PlayStation graphics, so I simply won't stare to avoid being banned, hopefully. I don't know, I'm getting like Star Wars vibes for some reason. Like Star Wars, basically. It's like was it Mos Eisley? You know, a hive of scum and villainy, a little bit. Talk to you. How may I help you today? Who are you? Where am I? Hello, sir. My name's Rinri, and I'm a doll maker. Who's the little one? She's amazing. A living doll. What a rarity. Hello, sweetheart. If your papa there brings me some doll eyes, I can fix you right up and make you even more powerful. I'll even do it for free. You just have to bring the materials. That's a pretty fair trade, right, Papa? Why am I a father now? Upgrade doll. I don't have more buttons. Also, where do you put the extra buttons? You know, like, slap it on her head? Now, what happens if, like, more than 2 buttons? You know, it looks like they have, like, more than 2 eyes. You're ripping me off. These aren't worth half the asking price. I really put up my royalty to these. They're worth what I'm asking. Metro pervert. The way they move, do you see that? The way their hips gyrate. Whoa. Yeah, whatever. Okay. He's okay to look at. What's the deal with him? Sticks out like a sore thumb. I can produce a more specialized service. That's okay. What does that remind me of? Some like meme. I mean, so many sexy, like, cute anime girl dance memes. That reminds you of, like, something like that, where they, like, freaking shake their hips, basically. That's what you do. That's the first time someone wanted to talk to me instead of the dancers. I don't know. What do you do with those bongos? Well, you also have a doll. Henry gave me this doll when I was feeling down. Great. Can I take yours? Can I dual wield dolls and, like, get super healing? No? Maybe not. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. You look like a smith. Like a blacksmith. Andre the... Wasn't it Andre the Giant? No, wait. That's not it. That's just the wrestler. Right? I mean, like Andre of Astora, right? Can't seem to talk to you, though. I just clipped through you. What the heck? What was it saying? H is really busy. If you want to put an order, you should ring the bell on the counter. Oh. Ring. Oh. You wear like a weird gremlin. That's some interesting weaponry you got there. What's up? Name is Hitch. I'm not much for chat, sorry to say. You bring me ore, I improve your equipment. Simple as that. If you're struggling, I recommend improving your armor. It's costly, but worth it. My old rust bucket here has saved me more times than I can count. I can upgrade the... Well, I can't really upgrade because I don't have enough strange ore, but apparently it's called the Bastard. The Bastard. Okay, and revolver. The revolver doesn't have like a unique name. And armor upgrade. Increase defensive capabilities. Once purchased, the armor will appear next to Hitch's anvil. Well, do I have to buy it like in order, or can I just buy it like this? Can I just buy the upgrade 2 randomly? I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll spend 1. I have 1 at least. I think I have 2 in total. Exit. Max self increase. Huh. They said it would be next to an anvil, but I guess I just pick it up automatically. Don't mind her personality. Even Don Brago can't deny her contribution to this sector. It really works hard. I'm getting sweaty just watching. What? That's weird. What are you? You're like a bug, actually. You're like a grasshopper or something. I don't know. You know, what's with this developer and like tiny bug girls? You know, like, I don't know. I mean, it's literally only happened one other time, at least from what I've seen in one other game. You know, it's like if I had a dime for every time this developer has made like a small like bug creature girl, I would have 2 dimes or whatever. Was it dimes or nickels? I always forget the meme. The joke is like nickels or dimes. I don't know, but you know, I would have 2 dimes or whatever. But it's weird that it's happened twice. You know. Time to slaughter everyone. Die! Ah! Murder hobo! Ah, okay, I guess not. Can't do that.
Mohrta.
No entry. None of your business. Nah, I answer anyway. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir. You know, is that like a meme? Excuse me, it seems to have been interrupted. What do you want? Wait a minute or something. Okay. A bunny hop. That's normal, right?
Not so much.
Elder Moke. Hello, stranger. What brings you to the Metro Nexus? Oh, I see in your eyes. You're a Mohrta, hunter in my language. You'll have a hard time finding what you're looking for here, I'm afraid. This place is an infinite expanse. Walk one direction for long enough, you'll end up right back where you started. What is the Metro Nexus? Well, I'm glad you asked. Oh yes, the Dark Souls, the classic Dark Souls slash Demon Souls slash Elden Ring, you know, laughter at the end of a, you know, dialogue sentence. This place is a sort of hub, an intersection of other places' dimensions, would be apt. I've been here since the Outer Wars, but that was long before your time. Stick close to this sector and it shouldn't be too hard to get your bearings. You want to visit Miss Lin up in her drury. She'll help you with your hunt. Oh, and when you get the chance, stop by to swap some stories. Not many are interested in the ramblings of an old Moke. Moke? I don't know. A lot of these terms I don't understand. So I love a chat now and then. Safe journey, Mohrta. May you find your mark. Okay. Is that like a tail? I clip through you. Why can't I clip through everyone? You know, that's weird. Here's I've heard the news, Stargate. I wonder why they sealed it. You know, a lot of like random NPCs, you can just hear them talk. Have like a one-liner. My brother started his own kitchen. I've heard Ruby gives dolls to her closest friends. Walking a straight line long enough, he'll be right back here. The old Metro went quiet when he arrived. There was something off about that man. Gate. Oh no, but one thing's for sure, things are gonna change. I think I find someone in a place as bustling as this. What luck. What are you eating? Oh. This is our third date. The food here is delicious. The maybe sick wants that new chef. Oh, you're on a date. How do we end up here again? We were just randomly here. It feels very sci-fi, you know? I guess it's like sci-fi magic. But like, you know, when you say dimensions, usually that's like a sci-fi thing. Give him a break. He'll never get better if he doesn't get the chance to improve. Also, we're just like randomly just eavesdropping on people. I mean, I guess that's a video game thing. It's very video game RPG. You can just walk around and just like interact with random NPCs. What's taking so long? I put an hour ago. Nom 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 nom. This soup is really good. Yes, the freaking like that toy, you know, that like automatically drops down and drinks water and then drops down again. What's that called? Sorry, I'm new to this. Please buy something. I make good soup. You do? Well, I'm just gonna like randomly jump on your stall. Ah, smells fantastic. I want what he's having. Good stuff. Apparently you're a different chef. Hungry friend? My grub ain't cheap, but it's worth every coin. Yeah, that's wait, are you ignoring me? Who's he talking to? Have you seen my brother's performance? I don't know. Where's your brother? I don't know. I'm not sure. What a fine collection. Wine, meat, and liquor. All wonderful. All so expensive. Oh yeah? What if I just destroy it all? What if I just did vandalism? Who's gonna stop me? The Metro Nexus cops? I haven't seen them around. I'd leave town, but we're comfortable, so what if we gotta give the Dawn a cut? We're alive. Or so what if we gotta give the Dawn a cut? Tell you, let's leave the sector. We don't need the Dawn hanging over our heads. Like, why does everyone have their own backstory? Everyone has their own reason to be here, I guess. But they all wear the same clothes, though, so are they native to this Nexus? I don't know. We're the ones that are just wearing full plate armor. walking around. Oh, who are you? Ah, servant, there you are. I've been waiting all day for your return. Servant, fetch me wine. I have a very long journey. It is impossible to unwind when the best they have here for drink is that this colored slop they serve at those wretched kitchens. Oh yes, slop. Slop. You know? It's like slop of the slop. And my feet ache. Servant, could you... Wait, where are you going? Oh, I nearly forgot to mention. Bear witness to my cauldron. Bear witness. What's that remind me of? It reminds me of Elden Ring. There's one of the bosses, right? They say like bear witness. Right? Was it Elden Ring? I can't remember. It just sounds familiar to me. Like bear witness, you know, and then he powers up or something. It's vague in my memories. I know you love trinkets, my dearest little. Anyway, hand me any weapons you find unsavory, and I'll melt them down to their base components. Pretty rocks. You ought to make good use of that, Sir Knight. What? Placeholder. Do not use this. What if I just break down all my weapons real quick? Wouldn't that be fun? I guess not. I guess this is like not a fully fleshed out function yet in the demo. Okay, I feel like kind of explored in this area already. Go up there maybe. They also mentioned like if I continue walking forward, do I end up back to where I was? Oh no, it's just an invisible wall. Kind of a shame. I kind of wish like if you walk here, you just end up on the other side, you know? It'd be kind of funny. I guess not. Can I talk to you yet? Up above is the jury. Miss Lynn is up there. She'll help you along. Another Hayward? Where do you people keep coming from? I don't know. Stand up here. You know, I wonder if, like, if you lose to the first boss, do you also get, like, teleported here? It's very Souls-like, right? So, like, well, I think it's Demon Souls was the first one that did this. But, like, you know, you die and then you end up in the Nexus, basically. Quite literally called the Nexus. And it's like a hub world for a lot of NPCs, essentially. Lynn's up ahead. She'll give you the tour of the jury. Okay. Welcome to the jury, dear. What are those, like, things hanging off of her? Anyway, I'm Lynn, the keeper of this place. What's with this developer and, like, titties, you know? Weird titties. I imagine you're looking for the one who came through here recently, though the door he went through is now locked. Do you see those old formations erected in the sand? They are entry points to this sector's dimensions, vile, hostile places, though they may hold the keys to open that door. Your safest bet will be there, I think, guard and grave. Be sure to check the marketplace below for equipment. Good luck, dear. Okay, bye. Why are you helping me, though? I don't know. Oh, where is she? Is she over there? What's up? I can't look at you for too long. You know, I don't know. Does this count as, like, bannable content? What is it, dear? Are you curious about this place? I tend to the sands myself. Do you like its design? It's a map of the constellations surrounding these dimensions. Do you want to know how the dimensions are structured? Of course you do. All of these dimensions occupy the same space. Think of visiting each like viewing the same world through a different lens. Okay. So our constellations are always the same no matter where you stand. That's how it is for the planet this sector represents anyway. That's how leaks happen. What you call the strange. It's other dimensions seeping into your layer. Fascinating, yes? Good luck in your adventure, dear. This place will always be your home. Okay. That kind of like went over my head a little bit, but I guess it's simply we're all in the same place. It's just different dimensions, I guess. I mean, yeah. I mean, I like the I mean, I feel like the strongest aspect of this game is definitely the strange world building. You know, the strange aesthetic and like this little world the developer has made for themselves. You know. It's cool. Also, what is she? Like, what kind of creature is she? Because I'm thinking, like, because of the head, you know, it reminds me of like pterodactyls, basically. Do pterodactyls have, like, breasts, you know? Like, I mean, isn't breasts kind of, like, exclusive to, like, mammals? Is a pterodactyl a mammal? I don't know. Anyway, Pilgrim Stones can bring you back to the Metro Nexus, okay? Can I... Oh no, oh, I thought I was like selecting something. No, this is just the tutorial message. I thought I had to like choose, you know? But yeah, I can bring that back to the Metro Nexus. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. There you go, just save. So it's kind of like, well, I mean, the first thing I think of is Bloodborne, actually. Was there other games that do this? I mean, the other games kind of do this because, you know, you go on a bonfire, then you can warp. I mean, Dark Souls 1, you don't unlock warping until halfway through the game, really. But in the other games, I guess you can like warp back to your like, you know, your hub world anytime you want. But like, yeah, I don't know, this kind of reminds me more like Bloodborne actually, because Bloodborne also had a hub world, but you don't really access it, right, in the same way, if that makes sense. Because, you know, in Dark Souls 1, 2, and I guess 3 also had a different place. Well, I was gonna say, like, it's very Demon Souls, Dark Souls 3, and Bloodborne and Elden Ring, basically, where, like, the hub world is actually not a physical location in the world, but rather a separate, you know, pocket dimension, essentially. So that's what that reminds me of, you know. I don't know, but when I think of Dark Souls, though, I always think of the first one. It's the first one I played, so... The first one didn't have that. The Firelink Shrine, essentially, was just, like, just a place in the world. Anyway, so these are all different dimensions. I imagine different maps, I guess. I guess that's why it's called non-linear. You could technically go to any map. I guess in a full game, I'm assuming. In a different order, possibly. But I imagine in the demo, obviously, you can only go this one. Level 1-1, Garden Grave. When ancient heroes abandoned their ways of war, they built this place to honor their fallen. Though their people are long gone, the buried have begun to tend to their own graves. Let's go. Very Demon Souls. I never played Demon Souls. You know, I've seen gameplay of Demon Souls. But Demon Souls has the same thing, where like each little like location is actually like a level. You know, very video gamey, but like it's like a level you teleport to, which is kind of different from the other Souls games. Because yeah. In all the other Souls games, like Dark Souls and like Elden Ring, you don't really teleport to like a map. It's all like kind of interconnected, really. You know, you kind of like, you travel to different places rather than just start in a new location, you know? Anyway, this seems nice. Blue skies, green grass. Again, how do we end up in the Metro Nexus in the first place? We're just walking in a cave, in like a mining shaft, I guess, and suddenly we're in a different place. How'd that work? That's confusing to me, to be honest, that you just end up in a different place. I wish there was more of a reason why, you know? Also... Ow! Weird, you know? What a weird skeleton creature. Also, what the heck is this? Is it trying to kill me? Is it like the immortal snail? You know, like slowly goes towards you and kills you or something? No? I guess not. It's just a weird bunny worm creature. Worm. I always say worm, but like, I guess more like a slug? I don't know, anyway. Same thing. Can I read this? No? It's not. Is this called a gazebo? I don't know. I can't think of the word. I want to say gazebo. What a funny word. Gazebo. It's like saying gesundheit. What's over here? Well, a weird skeleton things. Who made these skeletons? You know, this necromancer kind of sucks. You put the bones in the wrong order. Unless these creatures are supposed to look like that, actually. It looks special for some reason because of the firefly, but it's nothing, I guess. Where am I? I'm suddenly like very lost. Now this feels definitely like very non-linear actually, unless I'm just somehow stumbling upon like the correct path. But like, I feel like this is kind of like a sandbox. You know, it feels like Minecraft or something. I knew it. Stop it. Stop doing that. Stop it. Hello? You're a person? Greetings. Sniff sniff, says Rook. Say, you're like me. That's the second one today. I saw someone who looks just like you a moment ago. They're much less friendly, though. My name's Rook. Pleased to meet you. I'm on a quest to find the old hero's tomb. Have you heard of it? Seen it? Give me directions? No. Shame. This place was built by an ancient society. The people who made me. They swore to not fight anymore and then laid the last of the war heroes to rest. That's why there's so many graves around here. Though I can't be too sure, I only woke up recently. You're the same, right? Are you also a golem? You sure smell like one, and move like one too. You're not very talkative. Well, you go on ahead. I'll catch up with you soon. Just admiring the scenery for now. See ya! Okay, you're also like a weird skeleton thing. I guess we smell similar because in the beginning of the game, I think in the store page, it's mentioned that we are just kind of like a resurrected corpse, basically. We're like a weird like flesh thing. Part of some kind of experiment, you know? And we were raised from the dead, so we are kind of like an undead zombie. So that's why we're similar. That's why we're like from the same like family tree of like dead people. So I guess not literally, but like what I mean is like, you know, we're probably both resurrected by weird necromancy magic or something. Anyway. Oh. Just a bunny slug. It was moving, so I was looking at the thing, but we already killed it, I think. So. Right? Because that's the enemy, I think. Right? I could be wrong. Anyway, maybe I'm crazy. Over here now. Bambi? Are you evil? I don't know. I can't tell. Now this, right? So this, yeah, definitely. Because when I see those purple flowers... Ow! What the heck? Stop it. Ow, that hurts. When I see the purple flowers, I see, yeah, it's an enemy, usually. Anyway, we can go in there. But now I'm curious, because I swear, like, there was another place to go, right? There's other paths to go, I feel like. I don't want to backtrack all the way, though. I don't know. Let's just keep going. Maybe it all loops back. You know, hopefully it's kind of like the Dark Souls map design, you know, where it kind of all, like, loops together. But I feel like I'm going late in this one path, and, like, I haven't explored all the rest. Stop moving like that. Stop it. I get hit for so much. I can't heal either. I don't think anyway. Nope. He's like, nope. Stop it. I use my iframes, you know. I keep pressing control, by the way. For some reason, my brain goes to control. I don't know what game I played that made me think that control is dodge. I gotta press shift. Because in my mind, shift is more like sprinting, you know? But I don't think of it as like dodging. But the iframes are actually kind of generous. You press it once, and then you're kind of invincible for a while. Oh, yes, bird. More graves. Anyway, I'm lost again. Well, there was a thing on the left. There's Bambi. Oh. Freaking lion sound effect, you know? Ow. Oh, come on. You have died. Let's try that again, I guess. I gotta say though, the enemies, I don't love them, you know? The way they attack and everything. Okay, what is the checkpoint there? Because it's the same thing as in like, it's like the same thing as animation right here, see? I feel like the enemies attack the same way. They're like, boop, boop, boop. I'm used to Dark Souls. I want like, huh? Boo! Huh? Boo! You know, like, what's it called? I forget the word. Does it start with a P? I don't know what the word is, but you know, like a wind up, essentially. Like, I don't know, it's something that people just don't think about, I feel like, when they think of Souls-like, for some reason. They don't think, like, when they played Dark Souls 1, and, you know, when it first came out, and people kept dying, they're like, oh, I gotta mash the button better, you know? But no, it's really just about, like, understanding that enemies do this. Huh? Boom! You know? And then predicting that pattern when they go, huh? Dodge! You know? Like, I don't know. That's what I think of when I think of Dark Souls. I think of prediction, you know? Pattern recognition. Rather than like, everyone just slapping each other like really fast, you know, like, I don't know. What's the word? I don't know. I can't think of the word right now for some reason. It's, I want to say precognition. No, that's something else. That's a weird, like, sci-fi concept of like predicting the future. Why can't I think of the word? Why can't I think of the word, weird skeleton thing? Come on. It's why am I so old? I can't think of words anymore. I haven't seen this, by the way, so I guess I'll explore this beginning area a little bit more. Oh, a ladder. Interesting. So if I had to guess, it's definitely like Dark Souls, where you probably loop back at some point. Cannot open the door from this side. So it's not a door, it's a ladder. Anyway, what am I thinking of? I'm thinking of like when you wind up, like when an enemy winds up their like attack, to show that they're like attacking, essentially. That gives you an opportunity to react, right? So I feel the whole point of Dark Souls is that it's not a reaction challenge. It's not challenging your reaction time. It's challenging your decision making, right? It's slow on purpose, so that when you make the wrong decision, you're punished. That's the whole point, I feel like, of like a Souls-like, which I feel like obviously people will disagree, but like to me that's what it is. To me that's what made me feel so impressed, you know, with Dark Souls 1 combat. Even though I feel like when it first came out, especially when it was niche, I imagine Demon Souls as well, like when it was like more niche and people didn't play it really, you know, because it wasn't advertised as like a really hard game necessarily. I feel like, I imagine a lot of people, especially gaming journalists, you know, would say like, oh, this is a janky game, you know, what do you mean? My attacks are so slow, you know, like, I imagine that's what it would be like, right? But like to me, that's exactly what I want out of a combat, right? It feels weighty. It feels like, you know, you're not just spamming all day. Anyway, what am I thinking? I still can't think of the word. It's I don't know. I'm just gonna look it up. Look it up on Google, basically. Oh yeah, I'm game capturing, so I gotta use display capture. Okay, so anyway, what's the word in video games where the enemy winds up for an attack and then the player, you know, can react to it? Basically, it is anticipation phrase. No, that's not it. Tip of my tongue. It's even on tip of my tongue 5 years ago. Telegraphing. That's what it was. Telegraphing. Telegraphing your attack, essentially. Apparently it's a sports term. The thing is, in real life, you don't want to telegraph whatever you're doing. And sometimes it's like a meta where like you pretend to telegraph what you're doing, but it's a fake out, you know? It's a... Actually, there's another word for that. What's that called? Like a fake telegraph. What's the word? It is a... No, that's not it. Freaking AI sucks. What's the word in like fighting where you pretend to do a move, but actually you trick your opponent? You know, I can think of the concept, I can't think of the word, and do something else. Tell me, AI Gemini. A feint, that's what it was. I was thinking of feint, like fainting. Anyway, apparently the telegraph, this thing, I guess is based on that. Anyway, telegraphing. So like, to me, a Souls-like is when enemies telegraph their attacks. You know, and it's like, I don't know. Obviously, that's very broad and vague. And like, it doesn't really account for every nuance of what a Souls-like is. But I don't know. To me, that's what a Souls-like game is. It's when enemies telegraph their attacks very obviously. You know? That's peak Dark Souls combat, basically. And when I feel smart, you know, when like the enemy does a very slow attack and I freaking dodge it and I freaking slap their head and I win. Did I talk to you again? I don't know. Technically it's like the same dialogue. I just want to check real quick to make sure. Oh yeah, see ya. Okay. I don't know, it's like a, you know, like video games, there's like flags. And I'm always paranoid where like, technically if you restart or something and then you didn't actually get the flag, then it doesn't count. So I'll make sure I get that flag. Alright, gotta make sure I don't die this time. Oh, I'll fall in the water. Jay, is there any reason to go in the water actually? I don't think so. It's very like knee deep, so I don't know if there's any hidden things in the water. Well, when I think about it, I always check. I always think about this in video games. Sometimes there's something behind the waterfall, isn't it? So like, let me check real quick. There's something behind the waterfall. Oh, it doesn't look like a waterfall. It's more like a stream, really. There's a bird. I guess not. I just want to check real quick, you know? Video game designers, you know, I feel like it's a trope now. But like, they often hide things behind waterfalls, but because developers think that that's what players think, they don't anymore, you know? So every time I check something like behind a waterfall, there's just nothing behind it, you know? And it's disappointing. I expect something to be behind a waterfall, but then there isn't. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, I don't love, you know, this kind of animation. Like, I don't know, it's too fast. It's like they're like 500 frames per second. I kind of wish it was a little bit slower, you know? And of course the way, like... I mean, it's retro, so I guess it's fine, but like, I don't know. I just don't like the way the movements are so erratic. I wish there was like a turning animation. It just doesn't feel natural. But whatever. I mean, I imagine it's an engine limitation as well. I also kind of wish you could headshot. I don't know if you can? Like, you hit like a weak point or something? Not sure. Are you dead? Okay, you're dead. Now those things suck. I don't know what like, obviously they're like really fast, but I don't know, something about the attack animation always throws me off. Alright. Hopefully I don't die this time. Let's see, anything else in this area? I think we're good. Just checking, just shoot these skeleton things just to be sure. I think we just go this way. Going to a big cave. Once again. What's with RPGs and like going into caves, you know? I get that dungeon crawling is like a whole aspect of like RPGs. I just don't want to be in dark, damp caves all day, you know? That's all I'm saying. They make funny sounds when they walk around. Why is it a comedy sound? Doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Ah, damn it. Oh. Weird freeze there. I hear more of the skeleton sounds. Anything here? Oh, stop it. Oh, well, it's a chest. I didn't realize. Wait a minute. Well, are there any chests like this? Because in the tutorial, when they said, oh, you can open this chest, it's a very specific looking chest. But this is more like a coffin. So I wonder that were there any coffins that I missed previously, because I didn't realize you could open that actually. I thought it was just a prop. Anyway, I need healing. What's the healing button again? I squeeze my plushie. I was hoping it just strafed it. No, never mind. Stop it. Keep getting hit. I mean, it seems like the sword does more damage. So that's why I'm using a sword. Sometimes not worth it, because when you're up, especially in the first-person shooter, you know, like, it's hard to react sometimes when you're up in their face. Again, the attacks are so quick, sometimes I can't react to them. I don't know. Maybe it's a skill issue. I mean, you can kind of predict them. Also, what's that sound effect? You know, I swear, that sound effect is from something else as well. I also don't think, like, throwing my sword would sound like that. Well, that's just me, I guess. Oh, come on. I hate that enemy. I dislike that enemy. If they were a social media, or if they were on social media, I would block them. I don't like them. Oh, I got hit anyway? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I need a checkpoint. What is this? I don't know. Kind of looks like an egg almost, but I don't know. The base isn't oval shape, so maybe not. Weird egg-like rock thing. Actually, are you sure? Okay. I just want to press E on it. You know, I didn't do that last time, so I was want to make sure. Where's the checkpoint? I need a checkpoint. That looks like an enemy. Oh, here you go. Checkpoint! Whee! Okay, where is it? Where is it again? I forget. Over here. Now, is it like Dark Souls when you like hit a checkpoint, the enemies reset? It doesn't seem like it. So that in that aspect, you know, some people would say that's a Souls-like. That's a core, essential Souls-like mechanic. And if you don't have that, you're not considered a Souls-like, I guess, you know? Again, that's only because of what I read from the Souls-like subreddit. Personally, I disagree. That's like a whatever mechanic. Like, you know, it doesn't matter. Anyway, but this seems like an enemy. Hi. Oh, no, okay. I was gonna press E on them and be like, hey, what's up? Nope. Okay. Well, it just seems like a normal enemy. I was thinking it was like kind of like a boss or something, but I guess not. It's a strange tree. Hanging stuff, whatever that means. Or like more graves everywhere. Honestly, I want to go back and just heal again. You know, I'm gonna run back to the Pokemon real quick. Actually, no, can't go there. It kind of looks like you can like jump up there, but there's an invisible wall. This is the only way to go faster, just spamming the dash button. Okay, so we came from there, so we're gonna go forward this way. Ah yes, more skeletons. I kinda wish I had like a AoE type thing. That weapon. I also kind of wish, well, I guess it doesn't matter, but I was gonna say I kind of wish when you change weapons, there's an animation, you know, it'd be kind of cool. You unsheath your sword. I guess it's whatever, it's fine. I guess it's just what I'm used to, you know, like a lot of modern first-person shooters. You take out your weapon. You know, any kind of like animation of like guns, I don't know. It's not just about the shooting. It's about like every other aspect of the gun, you know, that feels satisfying, right? Like you take out the gun, you cock the hammer, or like you slide, or what do you call it? You pull the slide, or you put a bullet, you know, like every little thing. It just feels. Oh my god, with these. It feels like, you know, it's what makes the gun satisfying, I guess. Or like you pull out, like again, like first-person shooter, like, you know, with melee weapons, you pull out your sword, like whoosh, whoosh, you know, you unsheath your sword or something, like a freaking samurai. I don't know. It's all about the animations. It's all about the freaking Call of Duty, like, exaggerated motions, you know, where you, like, you move your gun and you're like, you put it in place, you're like, huh, you know, I don't know how to describe it, but like, it's what makes those animations satisfying and fun to use. I don't know, it's just all about like the way you move your gun. Let's not hit the main guy. Again, I kind of wish I had AoE here. It's not a grenade. And again, you know, if the game ever had grenades, I just never use it. You know, it's kind of like HP potions. I just don't want to use consumables ever. Like, I just never use it. Oh, you're dead? Okay. Oh, stop doing your necromancy. Get out of your dark magic. Stop it. You know, I'm just smacking you. Okay, finally. Oh, you know, I can break those. I still hear a funny little skeleton somewhere. Two of them, actually. Actually, more. 3. There you go. I got more mana from these things, actually. Checkpoint. Actually, it's been about 2 hours. I don't know how much of the demo is left. I imagine not too much, but I actually kind of want to take a quick break. Since it's about 2 hours, I think it's a good time. There's a checkpoint right here. In fact, I'll warp. I kind of want like background music, if possible. There was background music here, right? Yeah. Hopefully this is not copyrighted. But, you know, nice relaxing hub world music. You know, 10 hours of like Mohrta music to study to. Anyway, but I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna grab a snack, go to the washroom. I'll be right back after a few minutes and continue playing the Mohrta demo. BRB. Alright. Let's continue. How do I warp back? You know? Wait. What if I warp like this? Does it put me where I was? Or it just warps me back here, though? Well, what if I want to warp back to the checkpoint that I just had? Yeah, it's still like, I still have to go over here. Hopefully my progress was saved. Because I don't want to restart everything. At the very least, my ladder, you know? I guess I should kill this thing. Oh, oh, it's dead. Okay, it's still dead. Oh, I didn't think the enemies would persist their death states. You know, I thought that they would respawn, actually, since I warped out of the world. But that's not the case. I guess go here. In which case, I wish there was a... I wish I could just, like, fast travel to the last point I was. I don't know why there isn't an option to do that. Unless there is, and I just don't see it. Anyway. Let's backtrack. Look at all these statues. Which I guess, they are reminiscent of the... what's her face? I forgot her name. Lynn? I guess it's based on her type of species, I'm assuming. The great heroes. They used to live, but now there's like weird undead skeletons because of necromancy? I don't know. Who's vandalizing the graves? You know, who's vandalizing the cemetery and raising the undead? Come on. Alright. So we're just from here, so we just continue. We just continue shooting. What's this? Nothing? Looks like a door, but can't seem to open it. Oh, cutscene. Delinquents, deserters, those who shirk their duties, those who swore off conflict. Oh, I thought that was me, but actually that's a different guy. This place is a monument to them. And in their undeath, they forgot it all. Dreams, souls. Nothing here but broken promises and defiled graves. Those touched by strange are doomed to become destroyers. But you're different. You were born to destroy, gestated in violence. Hayward, Generation 7. Barely sentient, more machine than man. Brought to capture my master, Avlin. You will not leave this place alive. Savage. Oh, wait, you're a woman. Wait a minute. I gave the wrong voice. Actually, she's like a hot werewolf woman with big boobs, I guess. Just because, I guess. I don't know. Don't kick me. I wish I could kick you. Yeah, I can slap you with my sword, though. But yeah. This doesn't really feel like a Souls-like. You know, it's tagged with Souls-like, at least in combat anyway. The combat is not very Souls-like. It just feels like spammy. You just spam. Spam, 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 and you press the dodge button sometimes. It's more like an action game, really. Like a generic action game. Slap, slap, slap. I say werewolf, but like, is she a werewolf? I can't tell. It's like the, you know, low-res graphics, but I mean, you know, very humanoid looking, or gray fur, so I just assume werewolf. Or I guess not werewolf. It doesn't have to be werewolf. It's just furries, I guess. You know? So like, it's just a goal. Apparently her name is Julie. Damn you. Is that your plan? To destroy everything in your path? That monster. I'll... Why? Evelyn. Okay, see ya. Greater strange entity defeated. Very ambiguous whether she died or not. You know, I feel like. A lot of rusted guns here. I'm assuming this is the grave of, like, you know, the people that are like us, basically. The, what do they call it? Haywards? I'm assuming. Why'd she take off her clothes, though? You know, did she need to do that? Anyway. You found a trench gun! Ooh. How do I use it? I don't know how to switch to it. I can't switch to it. Come on! I want to use it. This is my revolver. Revolver. Open weapon menu. B? There you go. Well, why is the arrow wrong? You know? Gen 6 Hayward firearm in pristine condition. Effective close range by slow reload leaves one open. Wait. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, so I want this, this, and this. Yeah, that makes sense. Wait, how do I... Oh, here you go. Yeah. 3 melee, 2 secondary, and then 1 primary. That's how I do it. The game didn't tell you how to, like, do that, though. I just kind of, like, open the menu to figure that out. I don't know. Anyway, are you enemy? Guess not. Oh, Evelyn. Looking for me, Canary? Stay your blade. It's pointless. My physical body is elsewhere. So you are the Gen 7 Hayward, a corpse sealed within an iron shell. Poor thing. I will not forgive what they have done to you. You came through that town, yes? The strange grew far beyond what I anticipated. That was not what I had in mind. I'd met the cosmic fissure to merely open the way for you. I did not know the bandits would come. So, the reason why there were a bunch of bandits there was that the strange, I guess, is what teleported to us to the Metro Nexus in the first place. It also opened the way for the bandits? Is that what happened? And Evelyn's like, whoopsie-doozy, you know, I accidentally massacred the whole village indirectly, but I don't worry about it. It was... accidentally spilled my water. Hold on. God damn it. On my laptop, too. Excuse me, I gotta take a break because I dropped on my water. Hold on. Speaking of accidents, you know, again, Alvin accidentally massacred a whole village. I actually bumped my water bottle because it was open technically still, because I had it open because I don't like to close it, because when I close it, it makes like this sound, you know. So I try to avoid actually closing it in the middle when I'm talking, so I just don't close it sometimes. And then I knock it, and it's right next to my work laptop, just charging, next to my desk, and it spilled some water on it. So that's not good. Anyway, hopefully it's fine. Like, I wiped it down and everything. Obviously, I don't want to turn it on because, you know, I don't want to have it powered on when there's water potentially inside of it. But it was closed, so hopefully it's fine. Anyway, hold on. You know, I mean, it won't. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. But I was gonna say, like, you know, what happens when I spill water on my Lenovo laptop? Will it be fine? Because it's like a work laptop, so. I mean, it's not on. Hang it somewhere. Apparently, you should hang it somewhere. Man, this never really happened to me before. I've seen it happen to other people, you know? I didn't think it would happen to me. Use a bottle. Happen after a drink. Well, I don't want to make this sound, you know? I don't like making this sound. So that's why I didn't close it. It wasn't a lot of water. I drank most of my water already. In fact, I need a refill. But now I'm like low-key panicking a little bit because I don't want to like have to replace it. Well, whatever. There's nothing much I can do. I mean, again, I wiped it as good as I can, and I put it somewhere else to dry. So that's as good as I can do, I guess. I'm just gonna continue playing this random game made by a developer called Scumhead. I had met the cosmic fissure to merely open the way for you. I did not know the bandits would come. I have done a sorry job. I lost a dear companion too, my like sexy like wolf girlfriend with the wide hips and big boobs, you know. She's fucking dead, I guess, maybe, I don't know. However, you have made it. You have witnessed strands of strange, how they entwine the phantasm and the plane into the metaphysical. The curses and boons, the light and dark. We, humanity, can wield the chaos of the strange for our own benefit, an ideal your masters refuse to entertain for even a moment. Can I wield the strange to like fix my laptop though? Again, I don't know if it's broken, I just assume it is. I hope it isn't. This upsets me greatly. That false family, the Hayward, purge, destroy, cleanse, cowardice, and nothing more. No matter the shape it takes, it is still life. Is it not better to befriend it? Have you been like resurrecting the skeletons in this area though? Have you been doing that, or? I wait you beyond the dreary of the Metro Nexus, at the peak of the Dark Tower. By then, you will know that I speak the truth. Until then, stay vigilant. Or vigilant? No, vigilant. Stay vigilant. Safe journey, Canary. Darn you, I can't talk apparently. I'm a silent protagonist. I squished my plushie. Well, there you go. Is that the end of the demo though? You know, because I feel like this is the end. Because you know, you beat like a first boss, and you know, talk to the main big bad, and he's like, oh, you know, whatever, you're wrong, bye, you know, and then that's it. I got this new shotgun though. I want to use this shotgun. Ancient Mausoleum. But I guess, you know, obviously that wasn't his real body, so I guess we just continue our hunt. Because at the end of the day, we must kill Apple. He must be destroyed, or I guess captured. We can capture him or destroy him, I guess. What do I do? What do I do? I'm gonna go over here. Oop. Platforming in first person. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, it's not hard, but it just reminds you of the Citadel, you know, and just in general, like, first person platforming is just usually not fun. Especially when there's lava beneath you. That's all I'm saying. Hey, big bro, is it okay if I call you that? See, I thought this huge structure was the old hero's tomb, but it's a lot bigger inside than I thought. And well, more than one body's been buried here. I sniffed around a bit, I can't seem to find much. Not to mention this giant door that just refuses to open. Maybe I'll never find it. Ceramic golems increase their power and lifespan by ingesting bones. I want its bones so bad. The old hero is just so awesome. I want to eat it. I've got to have it. I've gotta. Please help me find it, big bro, please. Sorry, I got a bit carried away there. What a cool place though, huh? Still maintained by these creepy ghosts. I wonder if I was built in a place like this. What about you, bro? Where were you made? Can you even talk? Oh, it's okay if you can't, because my big bro is perfect just the way he is. Okay. He just wants to eat bones. You know, Rook just wants to eat bones. Eat them bones. Are creatures of some sort. Where were we made? You know, obviously we're like Generation 7 Hayward, but like who makes us? I don't know. I don't think that was really explained necessarily. We can go in here though. Who wants a taste of my shotgun? Which I guess is a trench gun, but I don't know, same difference. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come on. It still takes a bit to kill. Ah, yes, classic shotgun. Somewhere a flame has been lit. I see. I haven't used a special yet. I wonder what it is. Okay, we just kind of like do that for some reason. Does that make the gun stronger? I don't know. How does that make the gun stronger? Am I like flipping it like that? I mean, it reminds me of like, isn't there like an action movie? I think like Arnold Schwarzenegger or whatever. He does that or something. Or maybe not him specifically, but you know, some kind of generic action movie. Like I've probably seen like a random gif of, you know? Or like they flip the gun like that, you know? Usually that's to reload the gun, you know, rather than just shoot it, but I don't know. I don't know why that would make it stronger somehow. How does that make it stronger? Come on, it still takes 2 shots. I want the shotgun to like 1 shot, come on. At least just the like really weak enemies, at least they should 1-shot them, come on. Somewhere a flame has been lit. Lit AF. Anyway, if my laptop, I was just thinking about my laptop. Like, if my laptop, you know, is broken, I'm not gonna be happy about explaining it to IT. Is all I'm saying. I mean, recently I think IT has mentioned that they don't actually have a lot of laptops remaining because everyone keeps asking for replacements. So like, I don't know. It's gonna suck if I don't have a laptop. I need it for work, actually. Spider? I guess these are spider eggs? I guess, or some kind of creature that resembles a spider, sort of, but like it's running around like I don't know, it's running around like a horse, actually. Some kind of bug. Okay, just checking. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna explode into like a big spider is gonna kill me or anything. I guess not. I don't know, I'm suspicious though. Oh! Weird beetle things. Ah, come on. Was I using my revolver or my shotgun? I couldn't tell. What's over here? Can I go in here? Guess I'm too fat. Can't go sideways? Come on. No? Reminds me of like places in Dark Souls, you know? Or in the Souls games where like it looks like you can go through an area, but like your character is too big, and there's always like a player message in front of it. And it's like bean pole required or something, you know? Or like you're too fat or something. Like fatty ahead, I think, right? I usually the message like that. It's like a pre-made, not pre-made, but you know. Like you have to make use of like pre-generated messages to make a new message. And then players somehow find ways to be toxic, you know? I don't know. What's over here? More gross bug things. Kidding me? Come on, die already. The whole like boomer shooter thing where like strafe around in circles. I don't know, I don't love that personally. I feel like you're kind of forced to do that. In this game. At the very least. Didn't take too many hits that time. I guess we head back now? Have we activated all the flames? One more actually. What was the last one? Maybe over here? Skeletons! Spooky, scary skeletons. And shivers down your and shivers down Cop it. And shivers down your spine. Ah, still hit me. I strafed though. Ah, I missed. Okay, fine. I'll just use my revolver. Anything hidden in the water? I don't know. We're like an undead corpse, right? We don't need to breathe. We don't need oxygen, right? Oh, what's over here? Very dodge well, however. What the heck? Why is it like a whole maze? What? Who's hitting me? Not you, right? Or maybe it is. Maybe we do need oxygen. You think we wouldn't need oxygen though? Hold on. I actually want to head back if I can find the way back. Because. Oh, interesting. This is back here. Huh. Well, I want to head back only because I want to check the room. I actually didn't really. I feel like I didn't really explore the room before I actually went into the water. I want to see what's over there first. And oh, I just want to see what's over here. What's over here? Oh, this thing for one. I probably need to squish my plushie real quick. Oh, hold on. Okay. Squish plushie. Amazing. Stop moving around. Stop yelling like a freaking tiger. You know, I don't know. It just feels weird. The infinite expanse of the ocean. What the heck? Well, here's a lever, so I assume that's it. That's the last one. Huh. It makes me wonder, what was the point of exploring the underwater area? I mean, does it just allow me to go to the other place, or... I don't know. I'm curious. Time to go back to the water maze. Make sure to get some oxygen as well. It turns out I need oxygen? I didn't realize that. Okay, so this goes here. What about if I go this way? That's nothing, I'm assuming, unless I shoot it. No, nothing. And this is simply air. Oh no, actually there's more. It's a different location, actually. And with that, I get this. Wow. A shard of unrefined mana. That's what I need to give to the freaking guy in the Metro Nexus. Tiger guy. And yes, this is nothing. This is just a slug. I'm sure there's like names for these creatures. I just call them whatever I think is closest, I guess. Alrighty. Door is open, right? No? You didn't see that? I'm assuming the door is open because we lit all the flames. Time to go. See this, bro? You see this? You see this shit, bro? No? Nothing? Watch out! Don't get hit by the freaking shotgun shell. Actually, oh, I can't seem to swap while I'm reloading, which is annoying. You know, what if I want to cancel my reload? Oh, one of these guys. Some kind of lecture hall, it looks like. Today we're going to be talking about big titty wolf GFs. I don't know. What was her name? I already forgot her name. I think it starts with a J. Is it Jewel? Oh, I didn't mean... Oh, good, okay. You know, I pressed F because I was like, oh, F to interact. No, actually, it's E, not F. It's funny, though, because I've always said it was the opposite. Like, I prefer E to interact rather than F. Because at some point, a lot of modern games change it to F for some reason, you know? F to play respects. So what is this pose? What is this weird pose? Why am I glitching through the statue thing? Let's see. Guess we just go here. The hand. Can we go this way? Anything in here? Oh, it goes over there. Wait, why am I supposed to go this way, actually? I guess so. I thought there was an entrance this way, but... No, I guess not. I guess we have to go this way. For some reason, I thought I stumbled upon, like, a cool secret. But no. That wasn't the case at all. Anything around here? It's a big skeleton. It's a big skeleton, dude. That's it. Yeah, all day. Can't do that with the shotgun, though. Save. Oh, can't climb on his arm? Come on. I guess it's like, I mean, it reminds me of Dark Souls again, but like, you know, the Tomb of the Giants. Like a big giant coffin with this big giant skeleton. What's that? It's a boss. Goshakuo? Ancient warrior? Oh. Oh. Oh, the game's lagging for a little bit for some reason. I don't summon skeletons in my face. Come on. It seems like I just iframe through the blade beams, you know? He also jump, I guess. What? Rocks fall, everyone dies. You can't do that. A little laggy. I don't know why it's so laggy. I was gonna say though, now I'm reminded of my computer again. At least the water didn't fall on my actual home PC. I mean, that would suck. Because that's very expensive, is all I'm saying. At least that didn't happen. You know what? I guess it's a lesson. Gotta make sure I close my water bottle if I'm gonna drink from it. After drinking from my freaking water bottle, I gotta close it, even though it makes like a big snapping sound every time I close it. Like, I guess it's worth it. So that I don't accidentally bump into my freaking water bottle as I do like a... Well, I was talking, you know, and I think I was doing some kind of motion with my hands, because, you know, voice acting, I guess. You gotta like be animated, you know, when you voice act, it kind of helps. But then it causes it to like, I gotta hit my water bottle. Just die already. You're no challenge for me, even though I took a few hits, but you don't worry about it. You know, I want your sword. How do I pick up this sword? You know, that's what I want. I'd like to pick up this sword, please. This giant-ass sword and start using it. That's what I want. Ooh, what's this? A new weapon already? Yeah, it took a while to get like the trench gun, and now we're getting guns so quickly. You found the Bone Riddler. Well, actually, is it a weapon? I don't know. Again, the game doesn't tell you how to equip it, but it is a weapon. A strange skeletal organ possessed by a wraith. Fires a burst of needles that seek anything living, be it friend or foe. Huh. Interesting. Hold on, so... Oh, I can't wield anymore. What? There's a limit to how much you can wield. Okay, fine. Let's do... I like the sword, so... Okay, so it's a weird SMG, you know, sort of. It's like you reload like that? How does that work? Oh yeah, can I... Oop, I never use it, by the way. Ah, okay, that's what the mana attack does. Again, strange when you use the mana attack, you don't actually use your ammo. I don't know, I mean... From a game design perspective, I guess it's like beneficial for the player because it doesn't use ammo in the magazine, but also it kind of doesn't make sense to me. I don't know, it just feels weird that you're shooting bullets, but then you actually didn't shoot bullets. Yeah, I feel like the game's a little laggy at some point. Is it like a memory leak or something? I don't know. It gets a little laggy at some points. I don't know why. Oh, I didn't mean to... I press F again to, like, interact. Why am I so used to doing that? Oh, that's fine. I can just do this. I can just do that to reload my resources. You know, I kind of want to... Well, the thing is, I don't know the checkpoint is saved at this point, because I kind of want to go back to the Nexus to see if I can get some upgrades, right? I don't know. I mean, is it worth it? I didn't really find much. I just found... Actually, is there a button to see my inventory? Is it like what I have? And a gourd. Weapon menu. Experimental features. Lock on camera for controller. Huh. I don't know. I only saw... Here you go. Inventory. Activate item? Next item. No, that's different. Map controls? There's a map. I didn't even know there's a map. Is there a map? I'm pressing M. Nothing's happening. Well, whatever. Again, I'm afraid to warp back because I don't know if there's a checkpoint, right? To like go back here necessarily. You think there would be, right? Because we fought like 2 bosses at this point. Do you think there would be like a warp point here? It's just not clear though in the game. They're not making it clear that I can warp back this way. Last time I warped back, I had to restart from the very beginning of the stage. Which wasn't too bad because I had a shortcut anyway. I just don't know. I just don't know if, how much progress I'll lose if I warp back now. Oh, you can like curve the bullets. I could just shoot around like this, you know? And just hope to hit someone. Platforming. Click. Anything down there though? I feel like I might be missing something if I don't at least drop down once, but... Oh well. Are you here? Again, my thing keeps turning off. You know, the lantern. I feel like that's a glitch. It just keeps turning off. Oh, don't shoot poop at me. Stop it. I'm gonna curve my bullets around the corner. Yes, nice glowing mushrooms. Giant glowing mushrooms, yes. You know, we don't make a big show out of the special attack, by the way. It just shoots. There's no, like, cool animation. Unlike all the other weapons. Oh. Key! Cave key! Second thing. They're making, like, mouse noises. You know, I keep thinking there's mice around. They're not mice. So, oh, these ones are a little bit bigger. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I can open those. Hopefully I haven't missed any that were just right in my face. Oh, we can go in here. I was wondering why it was steaming. Is there a reason to go here? Oh, item! What's over here? It feels like death, but let me see. This ends up over here, which is back to where we came. And then we can use the key to go forward. Well, I'm curious. Let me see. If I have to restart from the very beginning, it would suck, but, well, save. And work back. Take a small sip of my water bottle, which barely has any water left. I close it. So to prevent it from spilling again. Not that it matters at this point. Nothing else to spill it on except, I guess, my actual computer, you know? The actual, like, home computer. But let me see. So, this guy wanted, like, the thing that I have, so... What would it give you? I'll give you a mana upgrade. Be your gourd with crystallized mana, increasing the amount of uses. Okay. The residual echoes of the strange. Its arcane characteristics have a variety of uses for good or ill. Okay, so we just have another use of the mana gourd, which I barely use anyway, but... How about you? Well, I don't know how much I have. Well, let's increase the damage output. How many weapons, though? I kind of just want to increase my health instead, you know? Give me that. And not enough, okay. How you feel about that, huh? Annoying? No? Oh, okay. Anyone else I can buy stuff from? I think that's it. The only currency we really have is strange ore and the mana crystals, I guess. Oh, what do you call it? Crystallized mana? Something like that. Okay, good. We can, like, just teleport here. Well, let's use this. Oh yeah, when I think about it, the other upgrade we could have gotten would be buttons, right? To increase the uses of the doll, the healing doll, which I feel like I would value the most. It's the equivalent of Estus in Dark Souls. You want to maximize that as much as you can, you know, in Dark Souls anyway. What does that sound? I don't know. More bugs. I don't know if I like this gun. I mean, I don't know, just like typical, like, you hold the button down type gun, you know? You don't even need to aim. It's like less skill. I'm just using it for now because it's new. But I'd rather use my shotgun, actually. And you know what? Yeah, I'll just use my shotgun. What else? Little trench gun, revolver, and sword. The bone Riddler's okay, I guess. But it's not as fun, you know? It's not as satisfying as, like, boom, you know? It's like the difference between when you play, like, some kind of, I guess, like an RPG of some sort. Like, do you want to have, like, sustained DPS? You know? Because, I don't know, I play so much, like, free-to-play, like, online MMOs and stuff in the past. And, like, there's always like this thing, there's like a tier list, and then there's always this class, you know, there's the most DPS ever. But then it's always like, it's because they just attack fast, you know, it's not because they do like big numbers. They go like, do, you know, they attack really fast, and then it's like, ah yes, over time, you know, when you calculate all the numbers and add them up, it does, this class, or this character, or this class does the most damage. Like damage per second. But like it's usually lame, you know? I want to have like a giant thing and I want to smack the freaking enemy in the face and it does 9 million damage, you know? I just want to see big number. I don't want to see a lot of tiny numbers that add up to like a big number really quickly. I want a big number, okay? I just want a giant big number. That's all I'm saying. I guess the only exception is if it's like a martial arts character. So, you know, it's like a class, which is, I feel like rare. I feel like, I don't know, not every MMO had it. Especially at the time that I was playing, you know. A lot of free-to-play MMOs, like, it's usually like fighter, mage, archer, you know, the typical classes. There's not like the equivalent of the monk class, I guess, in D&D. It wasn't very common. But I feel like, yeah, the only exception would be if you're punching, you know, if you're punching someone in the face, you know, then I guess I can forgive it, only because it's cool to punch people in the face, you know, in the video game. I mean, especially in a medieval fantasy setting, which a lot of MMOs are in. Where everybody else is using swords and magic, you know, and you run around just punching everybody. I don't know. I like that. Let's see, more bugs around here. Bugs are kind of gross. I don't know. I'm sorry, but like I can't really get into like bugs, you know? Entomology is just not my thing. I find them kind of gross, actually. Even if you anthropomorphize them as like cute anime girls, I don't know. This is not my thing. Not my favorite thing. Ow, stop it. Ow, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Oh my god, stop it. Probably heal soon, but at the same time I don't want to waste it, so... You know, I got a health upgrade and everything. I still get hit a lot. And screw you. Explode. Oh, I missed. That's not good. Now I have to spend a million years dodging all their attacks and hit them slowly with my shotgun. Okay. Alright. Where are we now? Anything in here? Anything in the water? There seems to be something here. What's over here? What's this? I don't know. But I'm curious. I'm gonna go in here. And then get lost. And then probably die. Very dark. Very dark in here. Also very silent too. It's kind of scary. And ominous. Kind of reminds me... Yeah, these little air bubbles remind me of Metal Gear Solid 2. There's like a... Also, I lost my... Oh, I lost my bearing. Which way was I going? I was gonna say that reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 2 because there's a section where you like freaking are going through like a lot of water and you have to survive by finding these little air bubbles. Otherwise you die. And you also have like a little girl on your shoulders and then she's gonna die if you drown. So you better find those air bubbles. Also, I'm lost. Which way am I going? I guess I'm supposed to do this because there's like a little lever, so... Oh, again, I'm going in circles. I don't know which way I'm going. I hate this. I guess I'll go this way. Come on. Okay. You know, what caused my, like, dislike of water levels, I guess? Or, like, you can swim underwater and then there's, like, an oxygen mechanic? I think it's Sonic. You know, does anyone remember Sonic and, like, when he drowns? It's, like, very scary because there's a countdown that plays. But then he fucking dies if you are underwater for too long. Very traumatic. Why would they put that in a kid's game? You know? Crazy. I don't know if you count Sonic as a kid's game, but... I don't know, I feel like a lot of kids played it. I played it. I was never good at it, though. I always kind of lost on, like, level 2. Like, the water... I mean, especially the water level. I mean, specifically that level. And the most I've ever gotten in that game was level 3, actually. I think. Or had like, well, I mean specifically Sonic 2. I only ever had Sonic 2 on the Sega Genesis. I never had Sonic 1. Only Sonic 2. But anyway. Oh, a lever. What did that do? What did that accomplish? I don't know. Hoping that did something. Oh. Ah, don't do that. Ow. Oh my god. Almost died. Time to squish my plushie. Ah, yes. My healing doll. You know, that implies that we don't really die from physical wounds, you know? We just die from emotional wounds. It just hurts so much that we give up, but then we squish our plushie, you know? We feel fine, right? Is that how that works? Maybe. What is that monster? A moth of some sort? Hello? The friendly creature seems to want to take you somewhere. Oh, wait, no. Do I want to be here? I mean, this is back to the checkpoint, actually, is it? I think so. Where is... Oh, here. I was looking for this. Okay, well, send me back. Okay, so it's a little checkpoint. It's funny, it's like... Well, I don't know, I was gonna say, like, kind of reminds me a little bit of... Yeah, I guess a few things. I was gonna say, it kind of reminds me of Dark Souls 2, and how, like, you know, there's an elevator that somehow sends you back to, like, or sends you to Iron Keep, I guess. And, like, everyone debates, you know, how that makes any sense, because, like, you go down, I think, like... Or you go up, I think, some kind of, like, swamp area with a lot of poison, and suddenly you're, like, in a volcano. I don't know, something like that. But I guess that's not the closest thing, actually. I guess it reminds me more of the gargoyles, actually. When you go to Anor Londo, and a bunch of gargoyles, like, pick you up and then sends you somewhere else. Anyway. That's all just to say, like, it's funny how, like, it's just a... At the end of the day, you know, it's just a shortcut, you know, disguised as, like, or rather, it's like a, you know, it's like a fast travel mechanic disguised as a shortcut, if that makes sense. Or other way around? Anyway. So much of this. So much of you guys. Get out of here. Stop it. I slap you with my sword. It really just feels like a slap. You know, that's the thing. That's the one thing I don't like about the melee. Like, I want to use more of it, you know, because I don't know. I just like the idea of using melee in a game that's centered around guns. But, like, at the same time, it just feels like you're just slapping them, you know? It doesn't feel satisfying. Slap, slap, slap. Got hit for a lot, though, unfortunately. Oh, you're back. Almost tricked me, you know, I forgot about those guys. Alright, are we here? Are you eat them bones, bro? Big bro, look! It's the old hero's tomb, can you believe it? Finally, yes! Thank you so much, big bro. How would I manage to find this without you clearing the way? How'd you get here first, though? I wanted to save the big reveal for when you got here, so... Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. Wow, it's just a normal skeleton. Looks to be deceiving. I'm sure its raw power is overwhelming. Sorry to ask this, bro, but could I save eating these bones for a little bit later? I'll keep them in my coffin for a bit. I have to show it off, of course. I'll make the other golems jealous. No one will believe me otherwise. I'll catch you around. Next time we meet, I'll show you just how strong I've gone. Oh, please take this. Thank you for the help, big bro. I'll pay you back for real soon. Oh, I got a missing eye of a doll. We found the eye of a doll. Okay. Why does this have a big boner? You know, I mean, well, it's just one of those other skeletons, you know, that walk around and make the comedic bone, you know, rattling sounds. It just seems like one of those. It's just a normal dude. It's just some guy. Makes me wonder, like, well, is it... I don't know what the lore is, but, like, is it, like, the idea is that the old hero is just some guy, as it turns out, is just no one special? Or is it, like, they've been replaced, actually, and the old hero is someone else. They've already taken their bones and replaced it. Or when, you know, this guy eats the bones, he fucking, I mean, that's what I thought initially, you know, when he eats them, he's gonna, like, get cursed or something and turn like an evil monster. I don't know. Anyway, I see that vaguely, like, I don't know what the word is, you know. Wait, can I go in here? Oh. Huh. I was gonna say this kind of reminds me of a vagina, okay? Look. I mean, not exactly, but I feel like that's what the developer intended. But I feel like I can't go there yet. I have to go the other areas first. Okay. Let's go here first. I kind of want to use that button that we just got, the eye, the doll, to get more healing. I think those friendly fire. Oh, come on. I don't have to kill those guys in one shot. Oh, I missed. God damn it. There we go. You know, I think if you kill them the special shot, they actually drop 2 mana. As it turns out. So it's worth it to... Ah, damn it, I missed. To hit them with the special shot so you can just keep doing it, I guess. I guess I'll squish my freaking doll. And I'll also... mana board. Ah, yes. No reaction? That didn't hurt you at all? Come on. Okay. Get out of here. Oh, I missed. Oh, come on. Ah. I got stuck. Stop moving like that. Bro, stop moving like that. That's when you want the Bone Riddler, I guess. Killing a bunch of bugs. Call me the bug exterminator. What I wonder is if there's another checkpoint. I just want a checkpoint like right away, already, because I have no health left. Oh, what's this? Up into some sort? The womb key cries for its mother and skitters away. Oh, this is the womb key. Yeah, you know, it's just the womb key. And by the way, I knew it. It is just like a weird symbolic metaphor. But like a vaginal cavern. I don't know. That's what it is. Anyway, I got one key. I gotta find the other key. In this spot where... Now that definitely looks like a weird vaginal cavern. But I want to heal first. Is there... I mean, there's a checkpoint over here, right? Is there... I don't have to kind of walk all the way back, but... I mean, I feel like it's worth it. You know, I need to head back real quick. Hold on. keep forgetting where the checkpoint is. Okay, here. Save. I will warp. Because I want to upgrade my healing doll, which I keep calling plushie. What's the difference? I don't know. Upgrade the doll. Rinrui's passion is doll making, so don't let her hard work go to waste. Amazing. Anything new to say, by the way? Oh no, just the same old dialogue. Now I got 2 healing. Wow. I can do this now. Squish, squish, and then squish, squish. Okay. Kind of weird though that the developer specifically gave you that upgrade and then doesn't give you a way to head back. Use the upgrade right away. I don't know. Because you have to backtrack so much. You know, I feel like the only thing, I mean, it's demo, so I don't know if it's changed in the full game, but this seems like a lot of backtracking you have to do. Maybe it was intended, maybe they don't want to, like, you know, they're de-incentivizing you to just run all the way back. They just want you to keep going, even if you can't just get an upgrade, you'll be like, ah, no, don't use the upgrade now, use it later. Again, unless there is like a checkpoint that I messed around here. But either way, if you want to get back to the Metro Nexus, you still have to warp back that way. So you do have to head all the way back anyway. What is this? Why is there P here? Why is it the meat cavern? Why are we here? There's still bugs. Oh, come on. You know, for those, the freaking spear bugs, you know, I gotta remember not to use the special attack right away, because it doesn't one-shot them. I gotta hit them for a little bit first. What? You would think they'll one-shot them. I guess not. What is this? Do I destroy it? I guess... Well, I don't know if that did anything. Felt like that did nothing. But I see that womb key, though. I gotta get that womb key. Very important. There's nothing? Okay. You know, I'm like, wait. Oh, here you go. Oh, okay. Oh, it opens this. Okay. The womb key cries for its mother and skitters away. I can't bathe in the weird, you know, yellow water. What is it? I don't know. I just want to see if I can. Guess not. You know, what if it's like maple syrup? Maybe it's actually super delicious. Alright, well, time to open up the womb. Okay. I was expecting to like more like more of a, you know, continuing the whole meat dimension vibes, but actually it's just like one wall. Why did the bugs put that specifically there? Huh? Why did they do that? All right. Well, this seems like a boss arena. Okay. Emperor Beetle, Queen's Guard. Well, I think we briefly saw someone else, actually. I guess the actual queen? Oh, ow. That hurts. As it turns out. Oh my god. Ow. Ah, stop it. Stop vomiting on me, bro. Ah, I missed. Oh god, it seems like kind of hard. I just don't recognize their patterns, you know? Oh, come on. Squish my plushie. You know, they just run up to me and do like a melee attack. I don't realize it's a melee attack. Stop zoning me. Stop it. Stop zoning me. Oh my god. Ow. Screw you. The old Dark Souls thing where I just go around them and just hit them in the back. I need more healing. Squish my plushie. Ow. Oh, I never know when they do that. That's the more annoying part is the fact that they do the melee attack. Also, I want to switch weapons? Hold on. Oh, oops, I didn't mean to do that. But I want to do this. There you go. Finish her off with the freaking sword. Screw you. You found the larva launcher. I can't say. I can't speak. The larva launcher. What does it do? Mass of ionic flesh, firearm shaped. Its vulvic orifice, of course, can gestate eggs in a combustive yolk. Can also lay eggs. Okay, no. Let's try it out. Oh, it's a freaking grenade launcher. Oh, and I can't use it anymore. What the heck? I shot it like one time and that's it. I can't seem to reload it, you know? Does it use like a mana? Guess so. You understand about that, doll? No? You're like, nope. Nope. Hoping I don't die, you know? Like, I'm hoping that was the boss fight and there's no more fighting, so we just talk to the queen now. Of course the queen has tits, but you know. Wait. I'm not ready. The queen. I'm not ready though. I'm not ready. I thought we were gonna like a break. I thought we were gonna talk about this. Bro, developer, you didn't give me like a checkpoint, you know? You have to do this again? Oh my god. Are you kidding me? I have to do this again. Well, no, I'm assuming I can head back after fighting the Queen's Guard, right? I don't know when they do that. I don't know when they do the melee. It happens too quick, because it looks like when they raise their arm, it just looks like any other attack, you know? That's so annoying. Could you stop? Okay, I need you. I don't know what that was. I don't know, I couldn't see. Stop doing that. Screw you. I'm just gonna hit you with my sword. Screw you. You know, it's like faster DPS just to hit him with a sword. Honestly. Anyway, lava launcher. I don't know how to use that because it just seems to shoot once and I don't have it anymore. Okay, save. Let's see, so firearm shaped. Let me see, so trench gun, sword maybe. If I shoot once. Ah, okay, so it does use my mana. I can also shoot a I shoot an egg as well. How does that help me? I don't know. Does it even work against the queen? The queen is obviously the queen of all insects, right? Or at least in this area anyway. I don't know how much that helps me. Oh, I guess I'll give it a shot. Alright, so I imagine this is the final boss. Yeah, I don't know, in terms of game design, I kind of wish the checkpoint would be like here. You know, I don't know, it's like a boss after another boss, you should have told me. I thought we were just having a discussion. I mean, just like the first boss, right? The werewolf. Technically, the first boss was like the bomb guy, but you know, the lady, the wolf lady. You know, right after killing her, you know, there was another like NPC, and I really thought I was just gonna talk to them. You know, I don't know. But actually, we're here to fight the queen. We are going to slay the queen. You might say. We're here to slay queen? Alright, hive queen. What the heck? What do you mean do like an AoE? What do you mean have more bullshit? You know, like... like that. Okay. Oh, I thought you were gonna do with a slam. Okay, interesting. I activate my egg. Attack egg. I think that just killed all my insects. That didn't work. Fine, I'll just shoot you. Like so. Did that do anything? I don't know. Oh, come on. I never know when they do a freaking AoE. I wanted to like jump over the thing and then do this basically. Ah, that didn't work. Never mind. You know, this lava launcher kind of sucks actually. It's not that great. Also, why is my mana low? Okay, well let's do... I mean, Trench Gun Revolver, I mean the classic, basically. It's funny, we're getting all these new weapons, but they don't help me, so I just don't want to use them. I feel like the lava launcher is like too niche. Like you hit the boss once, and only does a little bit of damage, and that's it. Wastes your like mana. The Bone Riddler might be good, but like I don't know, it's not as satisfying because you don't aim. You know, what's the point? It's just auto aim. Okay, skip. Skip? Skip. That do a good amount of damage? I don't know. I don't know if it does or not. Whoever does that, you know, I never feel like the need to go anywhere, just stand still, because she's just in the middle there, but like... But then she fucking hits me in the face. Oh, come on, still hit me. Hold on, wait. Ow, 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 ow. Kind of a jerk move to like limit where I can move when this game is all about moving. It seems like, you know, to like avoid damage anyway. Ah. Wait, hold on, I gotta squish my plushie. Squish the plushie! The music is looped. You know, they not expect the player to like take this long to kill the queen. Huh? Ugh. Finish you off with the sword, of course. Right in the fucking boobs. Why do insects have boobs though? That doesn't make any sense. Rune Sovereign terminated though. Congratulations. And now it's like wishlist this game on Steam, basically. I mean, yeah, it seems like you're getting like a cool like acid thrower. You can get like cool bubble shooters. Freaking, you know what? I want more melee. I want more melee weapons. Where's my greatsword? You know, or even better, my bare hands. You know, when can I like punch things? When can I do kung fu? Anyway, coming 2025. Well, it's already out. You know, I'm just playing the demo because I didn't want to buy the full game right away. But there you go. Also, you see that horse, you know, I feel like you only see the horse in the very beginning. You don't get to use the horse or anything else. Alright, let's see. Can I load the game? Autosave. I guess the scream transition is kind of like Doom, actually. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Wanted to just warp back. Because, you know, we're done with the game. Basically, not there's anything else to do. I kill everyone. I start murdering everyone in the Metro Nexus. Huh? Doesn't work, I guess. Okay, but that's the game, or at least a demo anyway. And as I mentioned before, you know, I didn't want to get the full game yet because for one, it's expensive, and again, I heard that it gets a little buggy. And I don't mean the bugs that we just murdered just now necessarily. I don't know. Will I play the full game? I'm not sure because maybe if it's on like a heavy discount. I don't know. Well, I was gonna say, like, I like the vibes of the world and everything. Generally speaking, you know, it's weird, it's surreal. It seems to have its own identity for the most part. And overall, I like the idea. The gameplay, I don't know. I'm not feeling the gameplay. It might be because it's just a typical boomer shooter. It seems to be like typical boomer shooter gameplay. Kind of strafe. You get like a little dash, I guess, which is a little bit different, but you know, it's different from like really like old school boomer shooters. But I don't know, for the most part, you're just kind of like doing this, you know, or like doing this, you're backpedaling, and then you're circling around. I'm not very good at it still, even if it's that simple. It's like, I don't know, it's just not what I like, I guess, you know. I think my issues are twofold. It's like, you know, the combat is very just normal boomer shooter for the most part. And also, the way the enemies attack sometimes, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the developers are trying to be a Souls-like necessarily. The atmosphere, definitely. I like the atmosphere overall. But like, again, in terms of the combat though, it's like it feels like it's almost trying to be like a Souls game where like you see sometimes enemy, especially when they do melee attacks, they're like preparing to swing and then boom, you know, like that, right? But like it's just too fast, you know, it just comes out too quick. And sometimes I can't tell, I mean, especially with the Queen battle, like are they doing a melee or are they doing the or are they shooting a range attack, you know, basically. Like I can't tell sometimes. I mean, it's easier in Dark Souls because a lot of the enemies do just do melee for the most part. But then when you have enemies that regularly do range projectiles and melee, it's like you get the two mixed up because it's like this. It seems like almost the same animation because it happens so quick. They just like raise their like claw, you know, like insect arms, and then boop, you know, and it's like, oh, what, you know, I'm like, I can't react fast enough. I don't know. Again, maybe a skill issue, but I don't know. it just feels like it's so fast paced, like you can't really slow down and think like, okay, well, they're gonna do this move, I better like dash here, you know, or like if they do this move, I better dash to the right, you know, like again, it feels like it's meant to be like very fast paced and you're just spamming, you know, and like you're just hoping for the best. And you're like, I don't know. Like, I feel like again in a Dark Souls game, you know, it actually matters, for example, which way you dodge. Sometimes, you know, if they attack here, you gotta dodge to the left. If they do a sweep attack, you gotta jump. You know, like almost like Sekiro. But in this game, actually, when you do like a AOE attack, you can actually just iframe it too, which again, it's I guess more forgiving to the player, but also feels weird. I don't know. I feel like it should be deliberate, right? Which attacks you should counter with which move. And like in this game, it's like, it's kind of like a weird mix where like it's that, but also it's a freaking typical strafing boomer shooter, you know, where you're supposed to be just strafing anyway. You're supposed to just strafe around in a circle the whole time anyway, so I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's just not my favorite type of combat. Because, again, I'm just not good at it, you know, that's the real reason. I'm just not good at it, so therefore I don't like it. I don't know. I don't know. And also this, you know, I kinda wish the sword was like more useful. I guess maybe it's not meant to be that useful anyway. It's supposed to be niche, you know, just like a little like melee weapon just because. Just to have one. You know, kind of like the knife, you know, in like most like multiplayer shooter games. It's just there so that you can like humiliate your opponent, you know, when you get behind them and you knife them. I don't know. But anyway. You kill everyone, like everyone dies. I don't know what else to say. Again, I like the aesthetic though. I like the visual style. I like how it's like almost like pseudo PlayStation. I mean, I feel like it's a little bit cliche nowadays because almost every indie game is trying to like mimic some kind of retro old school style graphics, but I don't know, I like it. I don't mind it. And again, it's not exactly PlayStation though. It's like, I don't know, it's just reminiscent of it, you know. PlayStation 2-ish. Kind of depends on the game. I don't know, I like this strange creature. I mean, some of the designs are actually kind of cute, actually. I don't know, even in a strange way. Yeah, even though she's like a weird cockroach, insect, grasshopper thing. With like a big anime head. I don't know. It's like, yeah, it's okay. I don't mind it. A little gratuitous sometimes with the tits, though. I don't know. Is it just me? I mean, I guess it's fine. It's like, I don't hate it. It's just, I don't know. It's just, developer just seems to love to put that in. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It's like, it's mixed, you know? I like looking at it. I just don't like playing it that much. It's okay. I don't know. Anyway, if it's heavily discounted, I'll definitely maybe check it out again. And, maybe I'll just play it off screen. I don't know. Maybe I'll enjoy it more if I just play on my own, right? I don't know. Instead I was trying to stream it. Sometimes it's like that, you know? Sometimes certain games you're kind of like, it's better just to not, you know, like try to like stream it at the same time. I don't know. It's just like for some reason sometimes it just feels different. Sometimes it hits different. I don't know. Maybe just play it on your own in silence, with not saying anything to the microphone. You just kind of like. Just like have a blank expression as you play it, which is funny because you know that's what you imagine like when streamers have face cams and everything, which I don't, but I don't know. It's like you expect people to react, right? You react Andy, but like most people when they play games, they just stare very blankly at the screen with no expression, you know, and they're just locked in. They're like, you know, like very neutral expression. That's how most people play games, really. When YouTubers and streamers they like do like whoa, you know, like or horror game, you know, they get jump scares like you know, like that's exaggerated, you know, like most gamers don't do that. They're doing it for the camera, you know. Anyway, but let's see. Well, I don't think there's anything else I want to play. I was thinking this demo might be a little bit short, and it is. It's not too short. It almost reached like the 4-hour mark. So I feel like I think that'll be it for today. I think, yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else I want to do at the moment? Not really. I mean, I guess I'll consider, you know what, I'll probably consider playing the other games maybe as well. Maybe off screen, I'm not sure, but, you know. Let me see here. Here's my OBS. Alt tabbing is also, oh, what's going on? I can't alt tab in this game. Okay, here we go. The pause first, it seems like. And then go here, right. Yeah, I kind of want to see what the other games are like, you know? Apparently they've made so many other, like, boomer shooter games that are very similar as well. I mean, this one's different, actually. This is more like a Metroidvania, actually. What about this one? Now, oh, this one's a first-person... Bleh. It's a FPS Metroidvania instead, actually. Huh. That's interesting as well. The sequel to another one. Lincoln Throne. Made in 3D as well. This one. Some of the earlier games, yeah, are just free, so you can just try them out. As well. Shrine. So I imagine, you know, like, Mohrta is kind of like a combination of, like, all the other games they've actually made, you know? I don't know, but, like, again, I just don't love the combat. It's a me problem, though. I think it's just I just don't like traditional boomer shooters. I mean, that's why I kind of like the Citadel, right? The Citadel, you'd think would be just another typical boomer shooter with like a fucking anime girl with her like thighs, or her like freaking thighs showing, and because she doesn't wear pants or whatever. But actually, you can play a little bit like a tactical shooter. You know, I like it because of that, right? I mean, again, this still has some shortcomings, at least for me anyway, that I don't love. But I do like the fact that you can treat it as a bit of like a tactical shooter, right? So I like that aspect, despite it being like at its core meant to be like a boomer shooter. But I don't know, the fact that you play a little bit differently and actually slow down, you know, and aim instead of having to strafe, you know, like the whole time. I don't know. I just don't like strafing, I guess. I don't know. Is it just me? Which is ironic because in Dark Souls you do kind of strafe too. Like when you fight bosses anyway, you do end up strafing a lot because you're just moving, you know. Just moving to the left or to the right in general. But I don't know. Something about like boomer shooters. I just don't like strafing in first person for some reason. It's just weird. I don't know why. Anyway, that was fun. Do you ever see her again? You know, I don't know. I guess we kill her, I guess. Kind of waste of a good design, you know? Could have been like a rival character or something, but obviously when she fell down the cliff, you know, I feel like that's such a Hollywood trope, though. You know, when someone freaking like is about to die and then they fall into the ocean, even though in real life that would kill you, you know, but like, and for some reason in movies and video games, that implies that the character might come back actually, because they just fall in the water. You don't see them die, right? There's no way they just died off screen, so they have to come back. I don't know. Anyway. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I like it though. I think what I like about this game is like it's kind of gross. You know, it's kind of dirty, like a lot of like a lot of like typical like dark fantasy games. But it's also kind of cute, right? It has that kind of like charm to it. It's a freaking cute little doll, for example. You know, which really does remind me of Dark Souls for some reason. I don't know. It's not the first thing that people think of when they think of Dark Souls, but like, you know, when you think of Dark Souls, for example, like it's a hopeless post-apocalyptic shitty world where everybody's zombies, but then at some point you find like a big titty goddess, you know, and then like a choir plays, you know, and everything. I don't know. Sometimes there's just like, you know, waifus randomly and like cute things, you know. I don't know. Something about that is like appealing to me. I don't know why. So it has that same kind of vibe to it, you know. Like I hesitate to say anime. It's not anime, but like to me that's kind of anime. I don't know. Anyway. I was gonna alt tab back in this game because the music is why I also like. Oh, I like the music. I mean, especially the nice relaxing music in the hub area. It's like this kind of like music over here, but also there's also music in this area too. In the jury, I guess. Ah, nice relaxing music. Anyway. But yeah. Is there anything else I want to say? I don't know. Not really. I guess that'll be it for today's stream. Hopefully my laptop is not destroyed because of water. That kind of happened randomly during a stream. That's not great. But, oh well. I guess I'll live. Hopefully. But there you go. Let me just press that, and let me just say my usual schedule is Saturday and Sunday, noon Eastern time. Actually, not noon. I keep saying that's a habit, actually. It's not noon Eastern time. I didn't even start at noon today. Rather, it's just simply Saturday and Sunday on the weekends, because, I don't know, it's not a guarantee that I'll start at noon these days. But there you go. Yeah, I mean, next week I'll probably continue playing The Use of Life, that RPG that I find fun to play, and then probably Beyond Citadel. I guess we'll see. Depending on if there's anything else I want to play, but I'll probably just start that playthrough as well. But there you go. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll see you then.